Test, test, test.
Yes, you're all good.
Huzzah. Okay, as stated, welcome back, everybody, after a couple week hiatus, because Mark ditched us. Oh, right. I've got a new frickin' controller, and it's not quite an Xbox controller, but it has those rumble buttons, and I accidentally hit it. I'm like, what's going on? At any rate, welcome back to Consops. This will be episode 8 of the second season, wherein we are after our last week, or not last week, but the previous session. We started in Cairo with, I believe it was Baum and Mahoney waking up in the ambulance, mostly Baum, to determine or discover that Lynch and other Baum were present. That eventually led everybody to Salalah, Oman, which totally threw the GM for a loop. And after some time scouting about, you identified what you believe was the ship that is, you are hoping, based off of your intel. Oh, right, I forgot to put Loki dude up there. You're hoping it will have your person of interest, Loki, aboard it. That was terrible. I am rustier than I thought. That's kind of weird. Before we actually get started, is there any point expenditures that are going to take place?
I believe I have some points to spend.
Mark, what were you saying about 5'2"?
Oh, I didn't realize her height was 5'2".
Oh, actually, that actress is 5'3". The original actress was slightly shorter. Still, that's short.
Natalie Portman height.
Isn't she like 3'2"?
Natalie
She's like
Portman.
a midget girl.
Pocket-sized.
She's as tall as 5'2" as Kevin Hart, by the way.
Vega would like to spend some points in shadowing, if that's okay.
Okay. Actually, Natalie Portman's the same height as Inbar, so she's 5'3". All these itty bitty girls. What's up with that, Hollywood?
I'll improve fast talk.
Always a good thing to have. Always a good thing to have. I guess this would also be a good one to share. I probably should have adjusted it with the additional distance or time. So, as stated, the previous one or the previous session had I believe it was Lynch and Vega in the plane doing some aerial recon while the two bombs were obtaining a fishing boat. The
Huzzah.
ship was identified moving in the water, and a plan was determined. That's not the word I'm looking for.
Formulated?
Formulated. That's the word I'm looking for. 10 points to Hufflepuff or something. A plan was formulated to assault these locations. I think the ship is going to be a little about their age. Well, no, 02. I'd have to do the maths. It's somewhere in that lovely arc. So it was determined that you were going to, as I understand it, you're going to take the fishing boat out, but you're also going to have a smaller one of those lovely black inflatable motorboat things that you could actually get up to the ship, ascend the ship, and do stuffs. While Mahoney stayed behind in the fishing boat, waiting to come pick you up. Once you say, all right, we're done here. We've murdered everybody on here, and we're swimming in blood.
That sounds like the plan, including the blood.
You had a question, Carrie?
No, I was just saying that's a Zodiac. The semi-rigid inflatable motorboat.
Right, yeah. So yes, it is going to be 0 dark 30. I just grabbed 3 because it would have been weird to have 02 again since the last time was 02. The original, based off of I believe what we had discussed previously, the original intent was to hit the mothership that was trailing the larger cargo ship. But by the time you guys get back out there into the ocean in your regular fishing boat, there is no sign of the mothership.
Hmm.
Strange. Curious.
And whoops, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just said curiouser and curiouser.
All right, and we have Mahoney basically driving the other one because he is still kind of injured. He's mobile, but he's injured. I believe his is it his arm or his leg?
Yes.
Both.
Right, his arm, and so it's an arm and a leg. An arm and a leg are considered crippled until he's actually fully healed. Which, means he can at least drive a boat as long as it's not, oh no, this is a combat situation, because that would suck. Right. So with that in mind, I do it is obviously it's dark. Actually, that's a really good question. How many of the players have actually gone deep sea fishing at night?
It's not at night.
I have gone when we left at dark 30.
I've been on the ocean at night.
I don't know.
Well, you know how dark it is.
Yep. It's pretty dark.
Super dark.
What is the weather / illumination?
Illumination! Bum monkey. I actually have in my notes, you need to figure this out, and then I got distracted and failed to do so. So there is a moon, but it's very, very, very cloudy.
Overcast movement.
So we can't tell the sky from the water line at this point.
But we should be able to pick up the slightest light.
Yeah, and I'm presuming you guys are using some sort of NVGs and such.
Yes. We
That
will
would be
have
wise.
we will have procured enough NVGs for the lot of us somehow.
Damn, I wish I had thought of that. I would have actually. That's a good question. Too late, Phil.
Ha! That's funny. She has a PSV 14s. That's what I just ordered
PVS
for
14.
my PVS 14s. I have 2 of those sitting behind my desk that I have to add to inventory. I gotta mess with them.
PVS 14s are the monocle, right?
Yep, I have 2 of them. Like, well, they're not mine.
So you
have
can put
2.
one on each eye.
Well,
Oh,
I was
work, you
joking
have
about
2.
that. Yeah.
Okay, I understand now. I was like, why does she have 2? That doesn't make sense.
No.
So do all the characters actually have night vision devices already?
No. Now, note that she has the white phosphor ones because they're much cooler than the green.
Guess I'm not familiar with that. What are they?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that either.
It's black and white as opposed to green.
Oh my god, that would have been so much better in Saudi. I think.
It probably would have been about the same, just slightly less irritating on the eye.
I'm just trying to envision how the monocle actually works, because I know they weren't around when I was running about.
Well, when I would use PVS 7s when we're just screwing around or whatever, I'd always cant it sideways and use it on one eye instead of both.
I remember driving a frickin' Humvee for multiple hours in Fort Irwin, California, with those ugly ass PVS 7s, and it's like, all right, somebody else is going to take over. My head is killing me now. Let's see. Well, it's probably it. So the bombs were in the process of purchasing this stuff. Do either of you guys have not guys? Do either of you have Streetwise?
Streetwise, no.
Yeah, 'cause I
That's
was
why we have
wondering if you
Vega.
could. But
No,
Vega was
Vega's-
off flying a plane.
Oh, that's right.
Well, that was early in the morning, I thought.
And we were procuring a boat.
About.
Vega doesn't have streetwise, but he has smuggling. Vega, he doesn't
That
hang with
wouldn't
criminals.
necessarily be the same.
Well, Lynch bloody has streetwise.
Well, yeah, because I was just going to have like a retroactive Streetwise to determine the capability of the NVGs. So it's like if you roll crappy or fail, you've got the old school PVS 7s, and if you roll really well, you can obtain some monocles that fell off a truck somewhere.
I guess the PVS 7s are actually still in use. I was just looking at that.
Yeah, well, we're in the third world at the moment.
Oh,
Yeah.
and then they have like I think the latest gen is the Gen 4 PVS 14s.
Yeah. I think PVS 22s is the latest Gen 4.
I think those are the 4. Those have like
Is that the duck's foot?
I have
I
no
think so.
idea what those are.
I
That's
looked
just
it
a
up, but I
scope.
didn't see
Yeah.
it. No, that's right. That's a scope.
PVS hold on. The duck's foot one.
Yeah, the
is-
PVS 7 is Gen 3. I think the PVS 5s are Gen 2.
Well, they have different generations of the same one, so they have like,
Yes.
so it's form fit replacements. So it'll be a, PVS 7, Gen 4, Gen 3, and then earlier.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Something else just occurs to me. What kind of gear did Hurt have? Because you guys are still going to have his gear.
Well, I guess somebody could have borrowed it.
Yeah,
he's got a PVS 14, yeah.
Surprisingly enough, a PVS 14 is actually quite small. They're not very big.
That's why he has it.
Right, so go ahead and give me a quick Streetwise check.
I guess I'm the one with it.
I guess you're the one with it.
Hey.
All right, yeah. So you'll have been able to, you maybe called in a favor. There's a guy you know or knew or something, and he had some stuff that actually. No, wait, that was Mahoney. I was about to say somebody had just picked up an ally. I think and that was Mahoney that was going for that with the. What were you talking, Mark? Like a weapons dealer dudes?
Oh yeah. Like he knows a weapons dealing organization. I think he has it as a. Hold on. I think it's
Is
a
that
contact
Nicolas
group.
Cage?
The Lord of War, yeah.
Maybe one of them will be a Nicolas Cage, and you can't hurt him because he's Mahoney's friend.
That doesn't mean I can't punch him.
Only if he deserves it.
He'll deserve it. He's Nicolas Cage.
Right. So, gotcha. Sorry, I got vaguely distracted looking at something, and I did not want to do that. As or similar to what Brian did last week, I would like, if at all possible, to avoid tactical combat in this entire scenario because I don't have maps really. You know how hard it is to get good maps for these ships?
I believe it.
Yes,
I can kind of understand why, because maybe they're like, yeah, we don't want to have these really good deck plans in case pirates get a hold of them. So the taking the boat to probably the bow of the Pegasi, or maybe the Perseus. You're not sure which it officially is.
See, we were gonna take it out way ahead and drop off the Zodiac, and then sort of drift into the bow.
Yes, which is still gonna end up requiring a boating check of some sort, but Vega's got like an insanely high boating score or
Crit
check.
check.
I do wonder about, is it possible to do a vehicle stealth thing?
Knowing how the shadowing works, I'd be tempted to just do the -2 for stealth in a vehicle.
I think he just crashed you guys into the boat and you all died. It was sad.
Of course, he might just crash us into the boat and get us dragged under.
That's a failure by 0. What's the SR?
Let's see. Vehicles, watercraft.
Well, it's not 0.
7. Inflatable boat is handling +2, SR2.
So you made it by 2?
No, I think it's 17. Still considered a failure.
It's still a failure. But I didn't fail by enough. So it was a little bit rough. A wave pushed us into the side of the ship a little bit harder than Out of light.
Do you have to make a recovery check or something like that?
Are we throwing grapples or anything?
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah, well, that'll be entirely up to you guys.
If we have to make a recovery, there it is.
Okay, so as you do come in there, the container ship is definitely moving a bit slower than it was when Lynch and Vega originally saw. And it's pretty darn quiet. But it is a little rough getting up there, but Vega does pull something out of his butt and manage to get you up there along the side. You know, you still have, it's still pretty rough because, well, that's the front. It's cutting through the water and all that stuff.
What is...
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
You go
Okay,
ahead.
Fine. What is the condition on deck? They have it lit. Movement, that sort of thing.
Well, it's really, really dark. You're not seeing a whole lot of movement on there, and there isn't a great deal of light up there either.
So they don't have the lights on.
They come on sporadically.
Very well.
Okay, so getting the grapnel up there is going to require a throwing check, which I believe China is the person with the highest or only throwing skill.
Not only.
Well, yeah, I don't know how many you're planning on sending up there, whether it's just going to be one at a time or whatnot.
We probably should sort that out. We could probably do 2.
And ascending, utilizing the rope, will require a climbing -2 check.
Minus what?
2. Zwei.
Well, Lynch is going to be taking extra time.
Apparently, the bombs grab the ropes and start scrambling right the hell up.
It's a race.
You win.
I think you win.
Bomb wins. Bomb wins. Or
Yeah,
Ilion.
it's the 2 bombs. The bomb wins.
May the best bomb win.
2 weeks at you. Race you.
Okay, so once you guys are up there on the
Wow, that was wasted.
the bow, you are, I'm presuming you're scouting or looking around for hostiles or whatnot.
Yes.
Both of the bombs should go ahead and give me perception checks. I'm going straight perception because it's going to cover vision, hearing, and the whole smell, blah blah blah. So so we're on this side. So both of you will hear some mumbling, in in the on the other side of the bow.
Okay.
Well,
Is it coming
we
from
got a
behind
beer.
something?
What's that?
Is it coming from behind something? Or can we see the source of this mumbling?
Well, it's pretty big. This thing is friggin' huge. So it's in that direction. Whatever it is, it's carrying. You're not 100% positive. Currently, you do not see the source of it, no.
What was
Okay.
the beam? What was the beam measurement?
I don't know. Very large.
It was easily calculated. How wide is a standard cargo container?
Well, you don't have to. I mean, it's actually got measurements.
Are we doing that range band thing? And what is
Yes.
the range band per section?
So, based off of the simple lack of, well, let me start over in English. Simply due to the cramped quarters in here, it's highly unlikely we're going to get past short, which short is -3.
Word up.
So yeah, if you end up engaging someone and you're like, I'm just going to throw the -3 on this, you're likely not going to be wrong.
And I'm assuming we're going suppressed.
I don't know. You don't have to.
Yes. And if anybody doesn't have suppressors, we should probably have dealt with that before as well.
I have suppressors for both my firearms.
Bomb is like, I got a garrote. Big old string of piano wire.
Brutal. Is it wrong that I want to create Jessica for one of the games?
Maybe?
Jessica?
Yep, Jessica Petrovich, knife wielding.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that's going to get that, dude. So I still need a climbing check from Vega, I believe.
I was
Nope.
thinking Jessica
Yes.
Jones.
Vega doesn't have a suppressor on his sheet, so it would have been part of the
Streetwise.
streetwise.
I think Hurt does have suppressor.
He had one each, yeah.
He had suppressor for pistol and for rifle.
I don't know if the L85 is going to take the same suppressor as his HK, but probably.
Somebody has armory, right? I got it to fit.
Hurt has armory.
Yeah, but Hurt's not here. Johnny is like,
Hurt's
let me
still
see
like
that.
at negative something lots.
So she
Yeah.
unscrews the flash suppressor from the one, takes this flash suppressor from an M4 mod, and then rethreads the other one back on. So now you have a suppressor on your L85. Boom.
When she starts at it with a hammer and starts belting the crap out of it to make it, basically fit.
Well, she does it without having to hammer it. Look, 6x4.
Somebody
She
gave me
looked like
some
she knew.
super glue.
She looked like she knew what she was doing too.
Until she used the duct tape.
Well, I mean, the
What are you
nice
talking
thing
about?
is
All the former soldiery types sort of nodded with, "Yep, we were waiting for the duct tape."
I mean, you figure it's all the same caliber round, so the suppressor
It should work as long as there's a good seal.
and it's really just a matter of the thread. So
Now, my expectation is the L85 and the M4s are probably using a very similar thread count. Because it's probably expecting to have to swap those things. But who knows?
Well, we sort of hand waved away. It's fine. It's
And
all
it is
good.
hand waved.
What's 30 yards wide?
The ship.
Oh. Yeah, so
For
with all the
reference
crap in the
purposes.
way, with all the crap in the way, yeah, that it's not you're not going to get much more than short. So, the two bombs are aware that there is at least one mumbling person over in that direction. How do they respond?
Do we understand the language?
You can make out sounds, but it's not quite loud enough, and it's a little far enough away. It's just like, hey, I
Gotcha.
heard a voice.
Right.
Carrie was
going
asking
to-
about obstructions there. There are like the anchor cable reels and whatnot. I don't even know. But there's all those bits and bobs sticking up off the deck up there on the bow. Heavy steel.
So I'm going to stealth my way closer to the sound of the voice or voices until I can get a better idea of number of people, how armed, stuff like that.
Okay. And let's see that lovely, insane stealth check.
Yep. Chanya will, or Hannah will wait by the ropes for everyone and cover the ascent.
Jeez.
So she'll cover where everyone's going to come up over. So keep that area clear while goes off and murderates. Yep, Elon goes off and murders.
Elon shoots a moss arrow and walks on the moss.
That's just wow. I legitimately cannot beat that.
Well, nobody said it was fair.
Even with a 3, you will have beaten me by 4 or 5.
Only a fool enters a fair fight.
Well, let's see what happens anyway. Because that was a pretty good
Could
roll.
roll a crit.
You
And
can't
it
crit
still
on a
wouldn't-
contest.
Yeah, it's just a contest in this case. So so yeah, you start sneaking like a sneaker. Apparently, you're just an Israeli ninja there. You get probably a little past the mid or up to that midway point where we have the lovely big crane thing, and you can see 2 armed fellows that are like over at the other side. One of them looks more like he's chilling out, maybe taking a nap, while the other is you're not sure what he's doing. He's looking over the bow, and they seem utterly and completely ignorant of your presence. Granted, it's what 15 yards away or so.
Are we going to consider this image to be accurate as far as the
Ish.
stuff on deck is concerned?
Ish. Why?
Just there's this plate thing that on the bow there that basically is going to prevent anybody from seeing what he's doing up there behind it.
Okay. Yay.
So am I still clearly visible to the rest of the group back there behind me?
With the success by 13, hell no. You turned sideways and vanished as far as they're concerned.
Okay.
There was this nickel-sized shadow that you jumped into, and they're like, "What the hell?"
Bomb, have you lost weight?
Thinner.
All right, so I'm going to observe these guys, try to listen to their conversation, and wait for one of them to move off because they're probably not supposed to be being lookouts in the same spot. One of them's probably not where he's supposed to be.
Or they're paired up as a team. Battle buddies.
Pirates.
Maybe. They might not be battle buddies.
Oh my.
Oh my.
So you observe for a couple minutes, and that's obviously about how long it's probably going to take Lynch to climb up, since he's taking extra time.
All right. Once Lynch and everyone else is up, then
yeah.
are we pairing off?
I don't know. Those it does look like they do seem kind of like a team, where one is just getting some shut eye or just relaxing while the other is looking around.
Okay. In that case, I'll go back to the other side where everybody else is coming up, and carefully whisper to them that there are 2 sentries on the other side of the bow, and we should stick to the port side.
Well, I say we
Or
clear
starboard
it.
side. Well,
Yeah, I'm
rapid,
kind
quick.
of.
Yeah, 2
since there are
rapid
2
taps.
of them, it'll be tough to do quietly, but
Well,
I'm not opposed.
We got.
I'm kind of leaning toward the pairing off on either side.
Wait,
That
why
way
is
we-
Mahoney talking? Mahoney's not
Oh.
here. Go away, Mahoney.
Hold on,
You're
hold
not
on,
present.
He's on comms.
There
we can
it
hear
is.
him.
How about that? And yeah, Hannah's like, we're not pairing off again, Mahoney. We've already done
That's
that.
out of character anyway.
I know.
We can avoid killing them entirely. If we surprise them and
Hannah looks at you like, who are you? A Boy Scout?
Yeah, Elon will raise an eyebrow at him too. That's not how we deal with terrorists. I mean, pirates, same thing.
Pirates
Those aren't
really
gonna
are
know
just
anything.
terrorists, after all.
They truly are.
Vegas takes a step back and disappears into the shadows.
I can still see you.
No, you're standing right there.
If he stands very still, he becomes invisible, right?
You can't see me.
All right. So how are we pairing off? Because I mean, I guess it would be Vega Baum or Vega Elon, and I mean,
yeah, I'm kind of leaning toward let's go Vega, Elon, Lynch, kind of.
That would make sense. Those are people who have already worked together before.
Exactly, it worked. Yeah.
So why don't you guys take port side? We'll take starboard.
Okay.
If they're holding an AK, drop them. Wait. If they're holding if they look like they're not one of us and they're holding an AK, drop them. Because I'm holding an AK.
I assume they did have AKs. Did they have any other weapons other than those?
You just yeah. Let me double check. Yeah, it did look like they were carrying AKs.
And that's it.
That's all you saw at the moment. There was the one dude who was sitting down for so, and the other guy you could only see part of him. So if anything, they may have sidearms.
All right. And from the angle I was at, could I tell the bolt position of the AK? Are they ready to fire, or do they need to be locked back first? Because that matters if you're going to try to surprise somebody.
Does an AK fire from open bolt?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Let's see.
Well, now you're making me doubt. Let me look.
I know.
No, you couldn't.
I know
quite
MP5s
make that
do.
out.
I don't know. We just do a 3, 2, 1. And...
Oh no, I'm wrong. It is closed bolt.
I mean, there's probably enough background noise here that our suppressed weapons aren't going to draw too much attention.
Well,
Plus,
if you're
it's
really
Hollywood
if you're really
Express.
wondering about their ready condition, these being third world pirates, chances are they're not using very good firearms discipline, so they're probably
Whatever's
loaded
Coin
worse.
and
flip.
it's probably going to go off when they're not even ready for it.
Followed promptly by the other person laughing at the guy who accidentally shot himself in the foot.
Quite possibly.
So we've got.
Okay, so who's taking those two?
Who's.
Well, we came up on the starboard side, so they're on the port side, so that's me and Vega.
Okay, so for poops and giggles, I'm gonna throw my token down just so I know. Starboard, left.
Yeah, we
I
could do
think
that.
I could. Yeah, I need to zoom way in and get something resembling a better. Yeah, I think that'll work as token scale. So yeah, it's good enough, right? So we've got bomb on. Damn it! I was about to pull the wrong thing. Bomb on this side and Vega on this side, apparently.
Are you pulling from the combat tracker?
Combat tracker, yeah.
All right, I'll need you to drag mine over. I just pulled my individual. Thank you.
Yeah, I guess I should have had gotten those things from Daniel. Clearly, that's not red hair. It's clearly they're wearing a hat.
It's a bandana. It's like a red bandana.
You can actually put tokens in on the fly, I thought. Hold on a sec.
Yeah, you can, I think. The only problem is I think only who the GM can mess with them.
Yeah, well, but I can give them to him. No need to stop the game on that, though.
Move it on up.
Alright, so bomb, you're up.
Nope.
And you. We need to take a shot at the same time.
Yeah, but on the tracker, you're first.
Oh.
They're going to have
how are
likely
you
have
sending
surprise
those,
anyway.
How are you doing that, Daniel? How are you sending those?
9 Minuten.
Well, that's weird. I ended up without. Ah, no. I was on the wrong tab.
Give me just a second.
Yep.
Oh, that's Mahoney's boat. Should probably rotate that the other way.
It's not even on the picture. Ah, okay, I see what he did. That's pretty cool. Damn it.
Drop them.
No, I have to do something else really quickly. Damn it. I was using the yep, it's not going to work. The encounter thing, and it's quite clearly not totally cooperating like I would like it to.
So we hadn't really discussed tactics here.
Wait, there are tactics involved?
So we
Everybody
decided
made a
to
tactics
split up.
roll.
Well, that's beside the point.
I would
Objectives?
say.
We split up port and starboard. So we're gonna go up the sides to the tower, I guess. And are we just gonna go straight for the bridge, or do we split up and go up and down?
Well, the bridge objective would be to keep them from calling out. So if we run up there and cut off their communications, that would work. And then
we want to cut them off from the
find...
communications and the electronics and stuff. We also want to stop the ship because we need Mahoney to be able to pull up to it.
Would that be?
We're gonna want to go to the bridge first. Once we have the ship under control.
We're definitely going to want to go to the bridge. The question is, do we split up and also go like into engineering and clear that separately?
Probably after
or
we
what?
secure the bridge. I would say secure the bridge, and then leave a team at the bridge to hold it, and then the sweeper team.
Okay, that's fine. Just as long as we figure that out beforehand.
Yep. So we move along our edge, clearing, as we go. Get to the tower. Secure,
all right, so
and then sweeper team.
If we're coming at the tower from opposite beams, then we can probably enter from those sides. We just have to be aware that we're going to be pointing guns at each other for a second. So
we'll just as long
stay
as we
in
talk.
communication.
Yep.
So just don't shoot one another.
Alternate floors.
Could
odds?
Potentially do that.
That
I
way
don't
we're
know.
not
Is it
stuck.
worth it, or do we just collect at the bottom and go up? I don't think it's going to matter either way, really.
Okay.
But if I recall correctly how these things are typically laid out, there's going to be a central staircase that goes all the way up to the bridge.
You know what they don't have stats for is the AKMs, the replacements for the
They
AK-47s.
do. They're in the descriptions. I've actually got an AK-102.
Ah.
You mean that?
Oh, what? Okay. That's in the high-tech book?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, you
okay,
have to
maybe.
go,
I was looking
the
at
AK section has a whole block dedicated to it.
Yeah, it's the same as if you look at the Glock entry, where they generally just show the Glock 17 in the actual stats, but then the actual entry goes, hey, you've also got the 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, blah, 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 blah.
Yep. I was looking at page 114, and it didn't seem...
Which is why in my items thing, I have the 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 31, 37 in there.
But he didn't do all the AK variants.
No.
There's probably way too many.
It's like, I started that and went, oh my god.
There are quite a few.
I ran into the same thing with the Glock. It's like, really?
Can Vega spend another character point?
Okay, what do you want to spend a character point on?
Teamwork perk.
Okay, that's not going to do you any good unless everybody else has it.
I'd spend it. What are we buying?
I can't.
Yeah. Well, it's not in this case, I don't think it would matter unless Ilan has it, because
I don't.
They're the team.
Well, do you have the points to?
Elan's got a lot of extra points.
Right? It's a 1 point.
Yeah, I do have a ton of points.
I mean,
heck, I don't have a problem with
that's
that.
True.
I just don't honestly remember what it does.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that works outside
Is
of
that the
melee,
perk?
I know they can move at the same time. Yeah, it's a perk. They can move at the same time. See, I know in melee you
Teamwork.
can. Actually, I think they may talk about intact shooting for that.
It means you can coordinate all your stuff together.
You can do that anyway. It's just there are some specific stuff.
No, teamwork's not in tactical shooting or gun food. That's surprising.
It'll be in power-up perks.
Yeah.
Power-ups too.
But Daniel said, "Hey, otherwise, let's see." That's. Oh, I already see straight away something that's. That's ignore the -2 to attack enemies in close combat with teammates.
Mm.
Nice.
So is it pop-up shooting like that?
No, that's different.
I mean, is it let's say what is it? So if you're formed up, you may brace a teammate in front of you, feint and transfer, ignore the -2 in close combat, sacrifice a parry or block to defend behind. Yeah, there really should be a range thing for that.
That is mostly focused on melee. There is one thing I can think of that would definitely fit that perk, and that's being able to communicate without speaking for doing things like room clearing.
Battle drills. Battle drills. It's that is in tactical shooting. It looks like that's a perk. You practice fighting in a team to perform battle drills like counterattack or peeling. To use this, the team leader orders the drill. This requires ready maneuver, so that's teamwork. It's forming up. Ignore hitting the wrong target for allies who have formed up. Have the penalty for firing through an occupied hex. Get one free movement point that can be used only to negate some of the extra costs for changing facing, moving past an ally, or sidestepping or stepping backwards to take its place in the formation. Opt to turn a wait maneuver into a move or move and attack, allowing faster team members to move after slower ones when that would be convenient. Roll at +2 to spot something of tactical importance if another member of the formed team up has already noticed it.
Sounds like that's what we need.
So what's it called? Battle drill?
Battle drills. Yeah, I will copy it into a note.
I will go ahead and add that to Mahoney now.
Then I will take battle drill instead of teamwork.
All right.
Yeah, that not shooting your buddy is important.
Oh wow, my copy just did something really wonky. All other team members must smush this entire sentence into one.
I love it when it does that. No, I've watched a lot of drill videos on YouTube and stuff for CQB tactics and that sort of thing, and they do some ridiculous crap with shooting past their buddies. I would not be very comfortable doing that without an excessive amount of training. Aha.
Yeah, it says shooters need 20 hours of familiarization for each specific team they train with. So, yeah. So I suspect that means Bomb and Lynch probably wouldn't be able to get that, although they could make
No.
the soldier or
Yeah.
tactics roll
That's fine.
based off of what it says. It's like if you opt in but lack the perk, make a soldier -5 or a tactics -3.
Okay. Well,
Wow, it looks
Wow,
like
that's-
go ahead and take care of that.
Ilan and Vega are turning into a highly awesome team.
Oh, only by 2.
Yeah, but you're over there with
Yeah, I know.
you're over there with Lynch.
It's fine.
We'll be okay. We
We'll
just
be
don't
fine.
get it. We have to be more careful.
Yep. No shooting over my head, and I won't shoot over yours.
I literally today I just rewatched the first Expendables, and I'm reminded of when Stallone's character shoots the over what's his face, and he's like,
Statham.
"Are you crazy?" I guess they didn't have battle drills, or maybe they did.
Statham just didn't know they were using it right then.
He didn't opt in.
Yeah, okay. So you guys have battle drills. That means you can do your stuffs.
That is interesting, though. Now that I've read that, it allows the move and attack and move after a wait, which is normally disallowed. So there is precedent for that.
Cool. So we're going to go high and low around the obstacle and take aim. And then shoot.
Thwack!
I'm going to shoot the guy who is paying attention, and Vega's going to shoot the guy who's not.
Do not trust Vega.
Why do you say that? Because you've ridden with him?
I should remind everyone that no one has yet died with Vega at the wheel.
This is very true.
Hmm,
Well,
is
that's
that
not true.
true?
Other people have died, but not
Sometimes the
because
fuck falls
Vega was at the wheel. It's just people have died while you were driving, and we killed them.
Yes. But they don't matter.
And mine's going to be a single shot at the neck.
All right, let's see. So, you could probably just go ahead and take the short range penalty with the, what is that, 60 20
0
yards.
to -2.
So
Oh,
you're
no, it's just
to
minus.
-6.
It's just -3.
Yeah, if you look at, I'll just do it this way. If we look at the chase sequence, the way we have that
Oh, I
down
see.
there, close, short, medium. Yeah, I'm just going with the straight -3.
Yeah,
Cool,
the reason why they do that varied thing, it's for like when you start or something like that. There's a reason why they put it that way, but normally you just use the -3.
15 through the neck.
These guys wearing any armor? Presuming not.
Doesn't look that way. Just sitting there going, brain cramp. Is that where it's at? No. That's what. Oh my.
Ow.
Wow, you like.
Increases the wound modifier to times 2.5.
You drop him, like his limbs just go bloop out.
That was the plan.
Well, you did it.
37.5 points of damage. Yeah. So that round hits the neck.
He's gonna make some weird gurgling sounds for
there's
sure.
a geyser of. It's not quite to Evil Dead proportions, but you know, his hand immediately goes up there, and he's pretty much done because he's gonna go down very quickly.
Not that his hand. He can't move his hand. He went quadriplegic in an instant.
Phil, on the tracker, you should set Vega's speed to 7.1. Since he's the same speed as Chana, and Ilian and Vega are working together, 7.1 should put Vega immediately after.
That worked. Bada boom.
No, it's like I thought I clicked on it, but apparently I missed the 7 and just hit 0.1, and I was like, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh, he's at the bottom. Whoa, he's really slow all of a sudden.
No, that spine crippling is from behind.
Well,
with a crushing
this guy
attack.
probably was facing away because he's
This is
sort
the
of
guy who was paying attention.
with a crushing attack.
Yeah, but you
He
could
just
say you
got
shot
shot.
through
He
this.
he got an artery hit, so he's doing the
yeah.
geyser.
That's what I'm saying. There's like this spray, this really bright arterial spray.
I would.
The guy's
honestly
going down. He's out.
Yeah, but I would allow Elon to decide how he goes down in this case. I mean, why not just drop him, shoot straight through the back of the spine and drop him? He'll die. He'll die faster and be less effective than the, reaching for his neck.
Because it has DR2?
Okay, so he did what? 30.
He's dropping. He is in the process
points.
of that. He is dropping the rifle to go for the. Oh my God, the neck! It was just a special effect. He's out.
Right.
Cool.
Oh yeah, agreed. But I think it'd be a cooler special effect if the guy just kind of crumples and can't even move his arm to reach his neck.
Well, then you should shoot somebody in the neck and do that.
Did we determine if these guys had armor?
They do not look to be wearing armor.
Alright, so Vega's going to double tap in the torso.
Something to take into account there for Vega is you guys did or clearly have the opportunity to aim because it's like bombs like took that extra second.
Extra 2 seconds.
Yeah. So
No need to rush.
So get your AC and your extra +2.
Okay.
Do you get the laser sight with AC or with the scope?
Yeah.
I did not activate the laser sight because I didn't want it to be spotted.
Well, they're not going to spot it unless they have night vision. Or they happen to be looking at their neck.
Looking at each other. When there was 2 of them a second ago.
that's right. Get the reflex.
And you could always turn it on at the last moment too.
There's that. But yes, the laser sight does stack with a scope. It does not stack with a reflex sight.
Right. That's why I have reflex sights.
I just like the reflex sights.
They are cool.
Do you not have the modifiers loaded?
Yeah. You have to go into the library and turn it on for yourself, though.
Yeah, I think there's something about the way Fantasy Grounds reloads or does the updates that it just shuts everything off, or at least it does that for me because I had everything loaded when you were on the first session of Shadowrun, and then I had an update, and then I had to turn everything back on because like the chases and the tables and the mods and stuff like that were turned off.
Is it called Basic Mods?
Yeah, I think so. Let me double check. Where the hell is it at?
I don't think I
Basic
had ever
mods,
had
yeah.
that turned on. I don't usually use it though, anyway.
I think
I
you
like
can
it when I
force
use
it
it.
on.
Let me do that. I've got. I see unload, an open book, and a green or white check mark and a hex thing.
I think there's something you can do with the hex thing that'll make it force all the players to load it. Don't
Interesting.
remember
Yeah.
exactly.
I think the GM has a third icon down at the bottom that you can drag up there, and I think that's the force.
GM doesn't see allow player mod load and block player load, and that's the only
Oh.
ones
I think
GM
it's block
sees.
player load.
Oh well. 2 hits.
There you go. Can't complain.
Oh, and you did vitals too. Nice.
All right, so this guy is completely caught by surprise. He is. That was some shit damage, wasn't it?
Good thing you
Yeah, you
did a
just
double tap.
grazed him.
It's alright, but I only roll once for Deeces.
You don't have
Yeah,
to.
but still times 3.
Yeah, that's still 27 points of damage.
Yeah.
And there's still going to be 2 of those.
Yep,
I
and
kn-
there's another one coming.
I know I don't have to, but I never have before, so I would be metaing it because I know I rolled shit.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, it seemed like the
Yeah, it's
ideal
still
time to meta that.
54 points of damage. It's like, wow, that kind of sucks. Let's see. Oh, it's 6 points away from insta-death. But these guys are just random guys. So, yeah, you both engage at the same time, and since this is more Hollywood than it isn't, the suppressors are quite a bit quieter than they would be normally.
I wondered about that. Because they're actually pretty damn loud.
Yeah, well, I want to get a Hollywood silencer personally.
Yeah, that
you
James
can
Bond
get
kind.
close. You can get close with subsonic ammunition, silencer, etc.
I think most everybody pulled their stuff off of one of my character's sheets, in which case they've got some really good suppressors.
I'll freely admit it. I did that in yours. I'm like, wow, that's a lot of nice
Let's see,
equipment.
the
I'll just
rifle.
yank.
The rifle one is a -6, so
Are we not using Hollywood? Isn't this an action film?
yeah, we're using Hollywood.
That's why I said, they're quite a bit louder or quieter than they would be in real life. In fact, your second round may actually make a slightly hollow thunk as it goes through the dude and hits the side of the metal ship.
That's
He will
unfortunate for the
convulse
guy.
and then go down in a heap as well alongside his buddy,
He falls out of his
is
chair.
who is spraying him with blood.
All right, well, we're moving
Our
out.
turn. Moving on up, or moving on back.
So that thing that you pointed out, that big metal doohickey thing there, Daniel, how does
Yes.
that work? How do you get around it or over it or whatnot?
We just go around it over.
There's a door-sized opening on either side. There may
Okay.
actually be a door.
Gotcha. I had observed the thing on the image, but I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, I think it's like a backstop for the containers or something, so they don't go any further forward.
Or like a wave break.
No, it's not a wave break. It's definitely for the containers.
Or the, I don't know. I don't know boats.
Particularly since that's not a boat, it's a ship.
Yeah.
Huh?
Eh. I wasn't gonna get that anal.
Yeah, I know, but that means I can give Mark crap, so
I'm not
Well,
a Navy guy,
nothing's ever
so
stopped you for that.
that's also true. Right.
All right.
So
Continue
Hana
act.
and Lynch are advancing forward. So it'll take a little bit of time, not a whole lot of time, but gonna move there. With regards to the dead guys, are Bomb and Vega doing anything with them?
Vega,
Trying not to slip in their guts as we proceed.
if they have a radio, Vega will grab one.
Good thinking.
I have both of you give me a I don't know what check that's gonna be. Brain. Give me a perception check, please. That's appropriate.
Also appropriate.
Yeah, actually it is, considering the location we're at and what you would really classify Vega's area of expertise being. Vega, you do find a radio, and as he's doing that, Bomb, you just sort of glance at the dudes, and then it occurs to you, these guys are not black, which is really weird if they were Somalis.
Mm. And what is their appearance?
They look generally what you would classify as, Arabic.
Oh, okay.
In that case, or does Balm mention that?
No. I mean, it doesn't affect what we're doing.
Okay, then I belay what I was doing.
All right, so you guys have have a radio. Okay, so where was my doohickey? So, if you recall from on I guess I should probably go over this briefly for anyone paying attention to the stream. What I'm going to do here is, with the transitioning from zone to zone, there's going to, each PC that's present is going to make a universe reaction roll, which is just our reaction roll, to see if something bad or potentially bad happens. So, for example, if you roll poor or bad, it could be like, hey, the spotlight just happened to illuminate you at that very moment. It does not mean that you're immediately found out. You are going to have potential opportunity to react, regardless of what it is. So let's start with the top, or start with the left there. I've got Lynch. Give me your universe reaction roll. Oh my!
Gonna be like that.
I think it's going to be like that. Well, I did say that they were sporadically turning on the spotlight, but based off of this particular, whereas you're transitioning into zone 2, I'm not sure if the spotlight would necessarily work there.
Well, there's probably deck lights, but that depends.
So you guys are, let's see, so you're probably not necessarily, well, I don't know. Looking at that, that's pretty damn tight. How the hell do you transition from there to there?
I mean, oh, it goes under. So there's about a 2-man size walkway that goes up either side, and it goes under the containers.
Okay, right. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Okay, so I will make a quick note of that if I can. Where's my stupid notes?
Don't put it in the stupid notes. Put it with the clever ones.
Yeah,
But the
that's better.
stupid notes are better.
All it says in the stupid notes is derp, derp, derp.
How did you know? Okay, so then Hana, give me a reaction roll.
But maybe I don't want to give you a reaction.
Yeah, we got to see if you get caught in the same mess.
Oh, good.
Apparently not.
Apparently not. Vega, give me a reaction roll. Damn.
That's your
Okay.
third one.
I know. That is you're rolling really, really high.
I think
That's
you got
the
the
one
wrong
time-
hacks on.
Yeah, that's the one time that you want to roll that high. And Bomb, give me a reaction roll. Oh, how about that? So, based off of that, it looks like probably Lynch and Bomb are in the lead, I'm guessing.
Probably.
And on both sides, you have as you're in this little area. Let's see. So on one of them, we're gonna have a dude up here in front of in Lynch. He's going to. I'm presuming that these things run this way, and I'm presuming they also run underneath like that as well.
No, they don't.
They don't. Okay. Well, that makes things a little more interesting. So, okay. So, Lynch, when you open the door, there's a dude who is clearly going or was heading in your direction.
Right. So I'm just going to instantly drop to a knee and shoot him center mass. Double tap.
Let's see. I don't want to do the same thing for Bomb. I should also check to see. All right, so this guy does have combat reflexes. So how does... I should have looked up surprise again. $393. Okay, so this is going to be a total surprise for him, but he's got combat reflexes, so he never freezes.
Okay.
So he is going to be treated as partial surprise. So each side would roll for initiative.
So the way it goes is he doesn't freeze. So he gets one. He just starts out with making his rolls to recover, and he gets a +4 to his roll or a +6.
No, it says those with combat reflexes never freeze and treat total surprise or partial surprise.
Right,
And
which means
partial
they
surprise.
start out doing that.
Yeah, this may occur. So the GM should require each side to roll for initiative. So that's each side gets 1d. You would get a +2 because you have combat reflexes. So would I.
I don't think that's right, but let's move on anyway.
Yeah, you would get an additional +1 because you have a higher IQ. You got a point in tactics? Question mark.
Yeah.
Okay,
Multiples.
so that's an additional +1, so that's +4 for you.
4?
Do I have tactics? Hey, I have. Wow, I have a point in tactics.
No, go ahead and roll.
So I have a +3. That's appropriate.
I win.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. So you get the highest roll. So you drop and go. However, since I have combat reflexes, that means I am capable of attempting to dodge.
Let's see.
Nope. I am considered mentally stunned.
Right.
But
well,
I can
stun still
do
gets it. It's just -4.
Yeah, I can still make a dodge check if I'm mentally stunned, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it half?
No, it's -4.
On dodges?
All defenses.
Yeah, for being stunned.
Alrighty then.
Yeah.
That's appropriate. That would have at least, if I didn't have that -4, I would have dodged one of those rounds.
Oh, just so everybody remembers and curse me later. The damage is -1 for using a suppressor.
Curse you!
Whose side are you on?
I honestly did not know that. Center mass. So that's 2 hits squarely to the chest. Yeah, that dude is way into the negatives there. So he's going to drop with a startled. Let's see. So since Hana had a very good, that means any of the brass that Lynch ejected is totally not going to go down your shirt and burn you.
She could catch it.
Yeah, Vega doesn't have to worry about that because he's got teamwork or battle drills with Bomb.
Right.
Let's see. So I don't want to do the exact same thing for Bomb. But looking at that location, there's not a whole lot else to do.
He could be farther out.
So on this map thing, where are the spotlight things? Are they at the top on the over here on the tower?
I don't know that there are spotlights necessarily.
I thought they had spotlights.
No, they're gonna have lights, probably all up and down, because you're gonna have to be able to walk around at night on the thing. They're probably got lights on the cranes, which that would be one, I think. Maybe. Maybe. It looks like this one doesn't actually have cranes. But yeah, if they're fiddling around with the lights, they may have had the lights off down that beam and then flipped them back on for some reason.
Okay, so how does this sound? There, as Bomb is going in there, one of the lights comes on very, very suddenly, and it's like right there in his face. So he has the potential to be briefly blinded, like as you're going through this zone.
I'll press my back up against the bulkhead and blink until my eyes readjust.
Do you have?
Cuss under my breath.
Okay, don't
In, let's say French.
remember. Just because.
The
I'm
language
gonna
is
pick a
excellent
random
for cursing.
I'm gonna. So it sounds very velvety smooth. What the heck was it that the?
It's like wiping your ass with silk.
Yeah. Damn it! You knew who I was talking about without me getting all the way through my statement.
Because I was already thinking it. Note that these areas, if this map is accurate, there are no containers there, so that is sort of open ground.
Right.
And I believe that these spots here, you can potentially get through there. I'm not entirely sure what's actually in there.
Why would you want to do that?
I don't know. There could be a guy sleeping in there or something.
It's all good. Everything's fine. Okay, so let's go backwards this time, or transitioning into Zone 3. As you're going through there, oh yeah, did I add that? Okay, I did remove that guy. So let's start with, whoops, sorry. Bomb, give me the reaction roll. Damn, that's much
Wow.
better. Vega, give me the reaction roll. If he rolls another 17, that's going to be creepy. Well,
Almost.
Didn't want to creep you out.
I do appreciate that. Sorry. Other bomb. Hana, give me a reaction roll. Neutral, that's okay. And Lynch, also neutral.
They're not hanging out in the midsection.
No. Well, one of them was going to be, but apparently he was going forward and got himself shot. Right. I did fail to mention that. Both Lynch and Hana, give me a perception check really quick.
Right.
This is sort of slightly backwards. Both of you will also have observed that this dude looks more Middle Eastern or Arabic than African, which is odd because, well, the Somalis are pretty much the primary piratical types.
Indeed.
Okay.
He thinks there's more to this than what we initially suspected.
Actually, he is going to communicate to the other side and mention that. I guess to the entire team. Mahoney could hear it too.
All right. As you guys are transitioning through Zone 3, you will actually be, at this point, you will actually be able to sort of start seeing up there into the bridge. There does seem to be some movement back and forth in there.
Okay.
So clearly there is somebody up there.
Got movement in flying bridge, starboard side.
It kind of feels like somebody's watching us.
All right.
I always feel like somebody's watching
no.
me.
I got no privacy. Whoa.
You got to keep doing that.
No, you really,
No, I don't.
really don't.
I think you do.
Okay, so now I'm gonna start with Hana. Give me your to go into zone 4.
Crit hunt.
And then Vega. Now I'm presuming once you guys are in there, you said you're heading straight for the bridge, so you guys are going
Yeah.
up the stairs and such like that.
Yeah.
Bomb. That's a lot of neutrally. And
Woo!
Lynch. Wow, that's
Indeed.
10, 10.
Well,
Dang
that's
it.
very average.
Illan is the only one that didn't roll a 10. We're disappointed in you, man.
But he rolled higher, so technically that was better.
Three of
so
these dudes are doing the average thing. One of these things is not average.
Or something like that.
Yeah, that
so as
doesn't
you
work as
guys
well.
are going up these stairs, you can see you have access to little peaks and such like that to see into the bridge. Based off of what you can see, there's at least 3 people there. And could I fail to remove him? But they definitely are in that bridge area, and I could not get a decent angle of the bridge that I wanted to use.
Did I give you that one?
Which one?
That one that I showed you?
I don't remember you showing me one.
Because you were commenting about how cramped it was.
I don't remember that. I think you're imagining things.
Wait, one.
You might not be imagining things. Because I've
Just
seen
because it's
some,
true.
but I've seen some, but they're generally just from like one side, and I was like,
Well, there's not that much to it, really.
yeah, that's the one I was in the process. I'm like, well, I've got this one, but it's not great. I guess I can use it. I can. Where the hell did it go? I put it in here.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot to it.
Yes, and as you can see, there's definitely not a lot of room in there either.
I think that second one's got a little bit more to it there.
Yeah. I like that one better. I'm gonna hide this thing. If I can find it again. Click on that. And jump over here and do this thing. And whee! Where the heck is it at? That's not it. Oh. Derp, 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 derp. Clearly on the stupid notes again.
Should probably just go ahead and delete the stupid notes, so you don't use them again. Well, in case any of you cared.
Okay, so yeah, this one does have some. What? Oh,
Yeah, there looks like
yeah.
a rear kind of section there too. So
Yeah,
it's a little
so
wider than.
there are 2 panels there, and then the stairs come up behind the back panels. So, through the back wall.
Stairs. What are we talking about? The new link or the bridge?
The bridge.
No, there's a door there.
Right, those go out to the flying bridges. The stairs in the tower are in the back.
Darn those shit.
I mean, I guess we could go up from the outside. Could do that.
So there's like a door over here for the stairs and one back over here for the stairs as well.
I think, well, it depends on the individual ship layout, but I think there's only one. It's just like a single stairwell going all the way up.
Oh, so you guys are going to have to all come through in the
Right.
same doorway.
Right, but just you mentioning that, I mean, we could go up outside. Because there should be stairs going up out to the flying.
Get a rope and come swinging in through the window, right?
I don't think we're going to do that. Those windows are really thick. We'd end up splatting on the window, and the pirates would look at us quizzically.
Yeah, that's not terribly wrong. I suppose it's like you got one door. That's fine. You come in with the whole maximum aggression thing. And don't miss your shots.
Well, I think given the fact that we don't want to have to go room to room and clear behind us, then it would make more sense to actually take the stairs up outside and come in through the flying bridge on either side. In which case,
Works for me.
that door and the one opposite.
The one that we're licking through.
Indeed. Do not shoot each other. Maybe we should stagger our entry a little.
Why don't you want to shoot anybody?
Oh, I want to shoot people, just not us.
But it might be funny.
I think any amusement would be short-lived.
Right. Oh, right. Gary's AFK.
Should we
No,
do
come
5?
back.
No, never mind.
Okay. Well, that's weird. It didn't tell me that you were back. So
that's weird.
I see that where it says has gone AFK, but normally, whatever.
Yeah, on mine it says user is back. It's very strange.
Odd.
Probably some damn ninjas.
I hit the space bar and the backspace.
Yeah.
Oh. Huh. So I usually right-click on the portrait and un-AFK myself. I wonder if it's not supposed to work that way.
If you start typing, it will bring you out of AFK. So, yeah.
That time I typed something and hit enter instead of backspacing over it.
Yeah.
Did that change it?
Well, I see you're no longer got the AFK symbol, but I
It
was
just doesn't
just
say user is
yeah,
back.
it doesn't say it. No, it's weird.
Huh. Take
Eh.
a note, Brian.
Actually, I think that's core anyway.
Yeah, that will be a core.
Stupid core.
Okay, so yeah. So sounds like we are coming up into the flying bridges on either side. That means you're going to be visual or visual. You're going to be in sight of these dudes.
That depends.
On
There is
Whether they're
there is
looking
at
out,
least
for one thing.
concealment coming through there, like below the window line.
easy solution here is stealth checks. So if there is concealment, you will be able to find it. And if there's not, then you are monitoring them and moving at that. It's like, all right, they're not looking. Let me move over here. And holy crap, Ilan is a freaking ninja.
Well, he's a freaking
Vake is
ninja.
like, holy crap, where's he at? Where's he at? Guess I am waiting on a Lynch. All right, so I am going to make one of these checks. Let's see what it should be. That's true. Okay, so I believe you guys can see my rolls, right? I think I still have that turned on.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So you'll note I gave them the -2 because they're clearly not paying as much attention as they should be. And I also figure there's the light glare, and well, it's dark and it's 0300, and they're probably bored.
And they weren't expecting the Spanish Inquisition.
And they were not expecting the not Spanish, the Israeli, British, and American Inquisition.
Coalition Inquisition.
There you go.
Ugh, that's really creepy now that I say it out loud.
So is the team going to meet up before they start going up the stairs, or it's just like you guys share? It's like going up the stairs yourself as soon as you see them.
I think the way this works is there's a single staircase in the back.
Okay,
going up
so
outside.
You guys will end up coming together at that staircase and then go up
and then split.
All right. Okay, so might have Lynch actually give me a tactics check here.
Yeah.
Wondering, even though you're split up, I'm wondering if you can sort of form up here.
Well,
and that way you can minimize the chance that you're going to shoot one another.
That would normally be the plan. I'm looking at the ship images that I have, and they don't actually have stairs going all the way up to the flying bridge on the outside.
Well,
So
this
GM
one conveniently does.
GM says they do, so we're on. Yeah, so we'll convene going up the stairs and then stack up on either side and come in staggered. And you wanted tactics.
I had a reason for that. I'm trying to remember what that reason was.
Surprise!
Okay, that was going to be my reason. Right. They might have had some issues earlier. Okay, so all right, so they are, as stated previously, they are going to be sort of surprised, but they have the combat reflexes. So let's see. So you have 2, 3, 4. What's your tactics level? 14. Never mind. That's so +4, and I am at +2, +3, -2, +1. Yeah, so give me a 1d +4. That's for the CFU. Oh, hey, look at that. Booyah!
That doesn't make any sense. Why did we do the tactics roll?
Yeah, that was I had a reason for that. Brain cramp. Damn it! What was my reasoning? I am totally going to blame Mark on this for this. I don't know why, but Mark seems convenient.
Could blame Ethan.
Oh.
Why am I blaming Ethan?
I don't know, because he's not here to complain.
Okay, so you got a margin of success by 5. Should I? But I wonder if you should apply that margin of success to a. No, that's the 1 point in reflex. How does the actual tactics skill officially work?
I don't think there's a specific. Well, it does have the thing with the map list where you get rerolls for it. That was in martial arts, but I don't remember exactly how that works because we never used it.
I don't think I've ever read that.
It's kind of obscure. I thought where you were going with that was the tactics. If we won the tactics, we would get surprise. And if it's partial, you don't have to roll the.
Okay, it says
you don't have to roll
the winner receives
initiative.
rerolls equal to the margin of victory. Decide 10 plus multiply. Okay. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, that sounds like it makes the most. What the hell? That's awesome, Carrie. That's awesome. That's definite. That would definitely be a surprise.
That's the plan.
Yeah. So you beat me by 5, so I'm going to ignore the fact that I rolled really awesome on my D6, and you have surprise for the 1 round.
Right.
And then I have to do the stuffs if I'm
So
not all dead.
the way it works with the partial is when they have combat reflexes, they don't freeze, so there's no freeze.
Right.
You just start with the IQ roll.
Yep.
And that IQ roll is at like a +4 or +6, so they're
Plus
pretty
1
much going to
bonus
succeed
on the
at
second
it.
turn, plus 2 on.
Which basically boils down to they got 1 round of where they're do nothing.
Yep. So the 4 of you are going in, and you are presumably shooting my 3 poor innocent waifs.
We are. So, which team is going to lead? I'll make Elon lead. He's a better shooter.
Vega ain't no joke either. Actually, I think you're the crappiest shot there, Daniel.
Really?
Well, Hana has gunslinger.
Eh.
Oh, does she?
Have you
Did you
not
forget
looked
that?
at the character sheet?
Well, I have. I just sometimes gloss over things. Yep. Wow.
Looking at this the size of this bridge, that's probably close. This is maybe 5 yards. I don't think this is 6 yards.
What, you mean across?
Yeah.
Oh, that's, well, oh yeah, that's definitely more than 6 yards. But it probably is close. I mean, the individuals in it may not be that far.
Yeah, they're not all clustered up at one end.
Yeah, they're going to be, in various locations. So, at this point, I think it is going to be classified as close simply because on either side, you're not going to be shooting across to hit the guy who's more than six yards away, or more than 5 yards away. So yeah, range isn't going to be an issue at all here.
Yeah, just eyeballing that bridge, I'd say it's probably on the overhead. It's probably 15 yards total, not including the flying bridge parts.
Yeah, which means either side is covering about 7 yards.
Yeah.
And they're not going to. It's not like in this case, they're not likely to be at the very edge of that. So that's why I'm saying no range.
Perfectly fine.
So there are 3 targets, 14, 15, and 17. According to the lovely randomization thingy, doohickey.
I'm going to shoot whichever one is closest in the vitals. And
that looks to me like it's number 17.
And then scooch out of the way.
Surprise mofo in Hebrew.
Should probably do that on the move.
So you're saying take the I guess you probably would take the bulk penalty.
Okay, which is.
Did he have a gunslinger?
I do not think. No, he doesn't have gunslinger. He has craftiness 4 because he's a damn ninja.
Combat reflexes. So.
Well,
yeah, that's not listed here.
If the bulk for the rifle is too big, he can always transition to the pistol.
No, it's only -4. It's not that bad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, considering you got no range penalty, it's like, yeah, okay, I'll take the bulk. And you can jack it up with rate of fire and all that stuff.
Yeah, I think I will do a 5-round burst instead of a single for that reason. My bulk in there. Okay, here we go. Possible 3.
Alright, so I got a whopping -4 on my dodge.
Probably could have braced it on the door for him too. But
can number 17 dodge that? I have my doubts.
Only if he knows it's coming.
Oh no! Well, that's why he had the -4.
Alright, I'm not going to roll all 3. I'm going to pull a Vega and just roll once. And do surprisingly in the middle.
Yeah, still, that's pretty solid.
So 3 of those in the vitals.
Ow.
That should do it.
What do you mean should?
He could be superhuman.
Right, so you splatter you're gonna splatter this lovely windshields here with his arterial blood, because come on, man. 16 times 3 times. I think that would end up being auto death regardless. Oh god, that's 144 points of damage. Yeah.
The hell?
What?
He's speaking an unknown language.
Yeah, he's speaking in Hebrew.
Oh, right.
That's
Okay.
kind of cool. It says
Yeah, yeah.
understood by Hanabam, Mahoney, Illenbaum.
That's cool. All right, and then I will duck back so that Vega doesn't have to move through me.
Oh, it's not using the font. That's why it messed me up.
Yeah, I don't think I have that.
Yeah, I should have. You should have pulled the one from Sea Dogs. I had the Earth languages on there.
All right, well, remind me after the game, and I'll have
I
to
might
grab that.
remind me to remind you later.
You might actually continue in Carrie. Sort of like peel off.
Yeah.
In there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'll
I'm
do that
thinking.
then.
I'm thinking we both come in staggered, but we sort of drift to the 4, I suppose. So we're not actually shooting toward each other.
Yeah, I'll go right then.
Okay, so
yeah.
I should figure out. Let's see, number 14 is going to be there, and oops, what did I do? Well, ignore that second one.
That's weird.
Okay, so number 14 is also going to be within range of Vega, and number 15, the other guy in there, is going to be over there on the other side. So, I guess it goes to Vega, who comes in right after Lynch. Not sorry, right after Illan.
All right, Vega is going to. He's going to aim.
You do not want to sit in the fatal funnel right there. If you're doing the battle drills, you're going to be following Elon.
Okay. Then Vega will move, and then I guess he'll shoot if he can't aim.
Yeah, you'll just take the bulk penalty, and there's going to be
range.
no range penalties because of how close this is.
Wow.
Okay. So I can't even try to dodge that. Give me your critical hit result. Man, you're all over the place. You're like really high or really low. Except that one time where you were straight in the middle. Okay.
Yeah, I saw those 2 6s come up. I thought he hit the other end.
I know, I was totally there. Jeez. Oh wait. Huh? Okay, that's to the test, right? All right, so that guy is into the negatives. He is going to go down. Hana.
It's gonna be three rounds in the face.
I don't know if you can brace.
Nope.
Yes, with sling you can.
You can't
yes,
aim
you
while
can.
you're moving. You can't aim while you're moving. Braced only works when you aim. We always forget that.
It doesn't. Or then fine. 2 rounds to the face. That doesn't make any dang bit of sense. You see people brace with a sling all the time when they
Right. No, that's fine if you're aiming. but
Well, I
when
didn't get aim. I get
Right.
accuracy because I have gunsling. Actually, I get half accuracy. So.
well, now that is curious though. I don't know how that interacts with gunslinger. But generally, when you're bracing like that, when you're doing CQB, what you're doing is you're counteracting the fact that you're using a short stock.
It's in the face.
Well, yeah, some hit, and even if I don't die, I fell on my face anyway.
This is -1 damage.
Oh yeah. Not that would have really mattered with frickin' Carrie shooting him in the vitals 3 times.
There.
Not
He's dead. I turned his
not to-
face into goo.
Not to pile on there, but you also don't get AC when you're doing a move and attack.
Gunslinger might.
Gunslinger
not
gives
with
half.
Gunslinger, you don't take the bulk penalty.
Well, then it just counters then.
Yeah.
So it would have been the same. Or yeah. So at -4 plus
he's
4.
plus 4, -4. Yeah, so it would have been the same.
So 2 bullets
Okay, so
in the face.
you guys come in there, and there's that nice. Oh wait, so you got 2 bullets in the face and 1 missed. I wonder where that other one hit.
Probably third
Nah,
class.
dude. Yeah, she's a freaking gunslinger. So that extra one, it missed, but it's kind of going where she wants it to go.
So we only had the 3 up here in the bridge.
There were only the 3 that were in the bridge. Yes. You guys came in, and there was that nice little burp of
Murderation
gunfire,
Incorporation.
and there's a bunch of blood up here on the windshield, and down here on the floor, and maybe some brain matter over here because she shot that guy in the head.
I'll look at the
All right.
evacuation
She shot him in
plan
the
diagram
face.
and see where the cabins are.
Okay, yeah. If the crew is in a panic room, it's probably not going to be marked. We don't know how many pirates were aboard, so there may be more, so we're going to have to probably go room to room.
Murderated Incorporated.
There are 6 less.
Fewer?
That's right. I intentionally did that for that.
We do need to stop the boat, though. So cut the engines.
Notably, the boat is not moving very fast to begin with.
We'll look at Vega. That's his department.
Well, we could probably work it out if we had to, but
I don't know. This is
Vega's
just a
fine.
boating. No, this be ship.
Seamanship.
No, not seamanship. I don't think. It may be
Ship
boating, like a bigger. I don't remember.
Pilot ship.
Either way, it's just a lever anyway.
No, it's. I think it's ship handling.
No, ship handling is for directing the crew to do things.
Isn't that no?
I was trying to remember what the
Boating
deals
is
were
to
for boating,
handle
so
specific
large
type
power
of
boat is all they have.
small watercraft.
Yeah.
For large
So
vessels
not
that require
boating.
multiple crewmen on a bridge, use seamanship, sea crewmen, and ship handling.
Okay, so it probably would be seamanship here.
Seamanship is 185.
Although I guess technically now you say that ship handling would work, it's just not what it's meant for.
Yeah, seamanship also allows you to steer the vessel. It's easier than piloting submarine and similar. Yeah, so good call, Brian.
What is the default?
IQ minus 4.
I knew he was going to ask that.
All right, so I have the talent, which I think. Actually, I don't know if it applies to seamanship. I'll roll and see if it makes a difference.
Which talent is that? That's the
I get bonuses on all driving and related skills.
driver's reflexes. Where's that one from?
I think it's
Action.
in power-ups too. Was it in action?
Yeah, it's the
That makes sense.
wheelman talent.
If it were me and you were trying to steer the ship through a tight space, I would probably count that.
That would be kind of funny too. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, relax. Let's see. Driver's reflexes: boating, driving, piloting, and submarine. Huh.
So in this case, it doesn't
I guess
apply.
it doesn't.
So that
That's
will be a
like
fail by 3.
fail by 3, but this shutting down or just figuring out how to stop
You
the
could,
ship, I would figure that'd be routine.
You could call that
right?
routine, yeah.
All right, so Vega's going to go, okay, I'll do this. I have no idea.
That looks
and I'll
like a
try
throttle.
this.
Hey, that looks like a throttle. Why are we driving so slow? Oh, right, he drives. He always drives slow. It's like, yeah, slow down. Oh, right. Sorry.
All right, so
Yeah, so
we've
it'll
got
take
the
a couple
ship's
minutes,
PA.
but
Debating whether to just get on the PA and say that we've taken over.
yes. So you want the rest of the pirates to come charging up the to try to retake the bridge
That would be nice.
until one of them goes, screw this noise. I'm going to use an
Well,
RPG.
that's the other problem
In
too.
close
is
quarters?
If they,
No,
if they
I'm
try
not going to do
blow
it
up
in
the
here.
bridge, or if they have explosives throughout the ship. Actually,
Well, that's
is
no matter.
one of these guys alive at all? At all?
I
know mine's
the
not.
one
He's
Carrie, no, the one that Carrie shot. He shot 3 times in the vitals.
He's dead.
Brian hit
He did.
guy in the torso.
He should be. He wouldn't have made a death roll.
Potentially be alive. Let's see here.
Oh, and these guys are all Arab looking still?
Yes.
That's just really weird.
So the one that Vegas shot is obviously unconscious and very badly injured, but is not dead like the other 2 that got shot in the heart, the lung, and the liver, and the face. Man, those bombs don't fuck around, do they?
No, they
My
do not.
concern, and what I was going to do right at the start when Balm noticed that they're not Somalis, was just check IDs and stuff, because we may have just raided a legitimate ship by accident.
Maybe you don't know you don't know my life.
That'd be about right, wouldn't it?
Oops.
What are we gonna do with 45,000 toasters?
It's like, guys, are we the baddies?
Are we the baddies?
Serious
It's got
Blackadder moment.
skulls on them.
So next step, I would.
Before you do that, Mark, you were wondering if any of them was still alive. There is that one. Why did you want to know that?
Oh, possibly.
Ask him.
Interrogate him for how many are you? That kind of thing. But if he's not going to be,
well, he's currently
very,
unconscious, and let's see, what does actually I have to see there. Piercing. Is that right? Piercing does double damage to the chest. Is that right?
No, piercing is no modifier.
Okay, so then I'm just unconscious and in the negatives, but not to the death threshold yet.
Now, given the we're moving quickly here, so probably not going to try to interrogate him. Though probably don't want to leave him up here either, with the potential of him waking back up.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen for a while.
Look, I'll cover the bridge. You guys clear the rest of the ship.
Okay, do they have radios?
One of them, yeah, there's probably a radio in here, and Vega has a radio that he took from the two that him and Bomb took out.
Lynch will say, somebody who speaks Arabic really well, call in and see if everybody else is okay.
I have an accent.
Somebody not Hana.
Yeah, that would be awkward.
Like, wait, who's that?
I'm a dude.
I'm a dude.
We could just
accented the best we got.
We could just hit the push to talk a few times, so it's like someone's trying to speak and it's not coming through, and then someone might respond.
You give that a shot first.
Alright, so Vega will key the radio several times as if he's talking.
Actually, yeah, you could just fiddle with the squelch knob and see if you can get them to all go, ah, stop it!
That only works when there's people nearby to get the feedback.
Play music. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, so Vega keys the radio several times as if he's talking, and hopefully someone says, yeah, you got to hold your finger down and whatever, can't hear you.
Yeah, so it will take a couple moments, but there will be someone who responds in Arabic. It's like, somebody's fiddling with the damn radio again. Stop it. Ahmed, is that you?
Vega will key it a few times, making sure that everyone's quiet, of course.
So far, only the one response.
So far, yeah. Well, it's also entirely possible that some of them are crashed out somewhere.
It's not out of the question, no.
03 in the morning. Damn it! Don't make me come up there.
Well, okay, given the fact that some of them could be asleep, so we could go door to door quietly.
That's right. You're going to murder everybody in their sleep, and then, who was it? Yeah, and Brian's going to be right. You're going to totally discover, oh, this was a legitimate, crap.
But they were all bad?
It's unfortunate this was dressed like a terrorist day. They were trying to scare off pirates.
They weren't dressed like terrorists or anything, they were just in normal clothes.
Yes, those were actually just rubber AKs that those guys had. They weren't actual real ones. They're just there for appearance sake.
Hey, that would be a good tactic to use. If he didn't want to have actual guns.
Look, I'll secure the bridge. You guys clear the rest of the ship.
You also said that you're slowing down.
Right. Yeah. So they're probably gonna react to that as well.
Yeah, it will probably take a little bit, but it's like the same dude is like gonna come on there. It's like, hey, Farik, why are we slowing down?
If you guys are going to do something, you should do it fast.
Let's go.
We had a slight weapons malfunction here. Everything's fine. How are you?
Yeah, if Vega wants to stay up here and secure the bridge, I'm cool with that.
Is this coming through the ship's radio or the radio, handheld radio?
Handheld.
All right,
It's like walkie-talkies.
Vega will indicate everyone, shut up, and he'll key the mic a few times again. Get going, guys. After they leave, Vega will lock the main sort of external exit entrances to this place. He'll leave the internal open.
Right.
And he'll be in a position to, watch that entrance.
So we would take the back stairwell down to floor by floor, room by room. Quietly open the door, see if anybody's in there.
Okay, so you go down because as I understand it, based off of what I've seen, the actual living quarters are just basically in this tower, and it's like it looks pretty much like some sort of office building.
Yep.
Okay, so
Did you ever identify how many floors that was? 1, 2, 3.
What?
I think 4 or 5 levels on the tower. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 windows. Yeah, looks like 6 levels, not including the bridge. And that's down to the deck.
Okay, just a second. All right, so the 3 that are descending into the actual tower itself, what is, I don't want to call it marching order, but that's sort of what it is. Like who's the point man and such like that.
Anybody have a preference there?
We have a formation sheet.
Well, we can use that. Oh yeah, we got stuff on it. That's old. It has hurt.
Okay, so let's see. Where's that at? There it is.
So, anybody want to take point? Or we just die roll
I will.
it? Alright. Hana want the rear guard, or am I on rear?
Who's a better shot?
You're a better shot.
I'll take rear. Well, you get rear guard.
Alright.
Yeah,
Like so?
Slightly. Roger that. So you proceed down the down, and you said you're basically operating in a sort of stealth mode.
Yeah. Yeah, if we could take them out hand to hand instead of shooting, that would be ideal. Although we've already made a bunch of suppressed shots, but yeah, speed is probably preferable at this point.
Gotcha. So, okay. So, yeah, you proceed. I'm not entirely sure what the official levels are. There's going to be like a briefing room, and there are small quarters I suspect none of the three of you have probably ever been on a container ship like this before. But it's really, you might have. If you haven't, though, it's kind of weird. If you didn't know you were in a ship, you would feel like, okay, this is just like an apartment building. Most of the rooms that like on this level that you have encountered thus far have visibly been ransacked.
Ah.
Good news. We didn't knock over a legitimate ship.
Unless they're really, really sloppy, and that's not actually ransacked. That's just they're slobs.
But you said ransacked.
I did.
No take backs.
I'm the GM, though. They look ransacked to you. The three of you, give me a perception check, please. Wow. I guess that's probably appropriate. As you are progressing down there, or down this little, oddly, it's a hallway. Both Lynch and Baum are the first to actually hear it, but there is very obviously someone coming out of one of the rooms and is grumbling under his breath. Hana will hear it as well, but she's not the first to hear it.
So is it like around a corner or something?
It's just from one of the rooms. This is like, a long hallway with doors on either side that open up into, hey, this is sleeping quarters. This is sleeping quarters.
Did it
This
sound
one
like
here
a
is
closed
like a
door
little
or a far
kitchen.
door?
It's like the one that you guys are just now passing, or approaching, right? Not passing, but approaching.
Oh, well, I guess I'll aim at the door. And take a weight with the -2 for target recognition, to shoot whoever opens it.
Okay. What is Hana doing?
Are we gonna slice and dice this guy? Is that what the intent
I
looks
think it'd
like?
be hysterical if all three of you opened up on him at the same time, and it's like an evil clown.
Is that what Elon looks like he's about to do?
Elon's clearly about to shoot him.
Okay, so I'll just cover down the hallway, then allow it. Yeah, and if I need to take the shot around,
you got forward.
Yep, I'll take forward.
All right. So I'll stick to the rear.
Gotcha. Okay, so the door does open, and a guy sort of comes stepping out into Bomb's line of sight. He's clearly got an AK and that's slung, but he's also got a walkie-talkie in one hand. and he looks momentarily surprised right before you engage, I guess, Bomb.
Well, considering his situation, that he's armed but not holding it, and has the walkie-talkie in his hand, I'll just point it directly at his face and reach up and take the walkie-talkie from him.
All right, let's see. I have to make a
Feeling
check
generous?
on something.
I have a suspicion that this guy might be in charge because he had tried to get someone on the radio. He may be the one who was trying to get someone on the radio when Vega was clicking the transmit.
I'm kind of thinking that, yeah.
And so, it might be worth keeping him alive for the time it takes to get some information out of him.
Well, he managed to restrain himself from going for his rifle.
Yeah, that would have been a bad idea.
Well, that's why you have disadvantages. He had overconfidence. Figured if he failed it, he would have gone for it. Yeah. So he's got a rifle right in his face, and you reach over there, take that. He is obviously hesitating. Like, oh crap. How do I get out of this sort of thing?
I'll say in English, disarm him, and look in the room. He does have his hands up, right?
He has not raised, elevated the hands just yet. I actually wanted to see something else here.
Because I'm not going to look into the room if he still needs looking after. Like, if he goes for his gun, I'm going to shoot him.
Yeah, I just checked to see if he was the only person in that room. Okay, so yeah.
Well, it's probably a small room, so I can see behind him.
Yeah, but some of them actually are like they actually do have freaking conference rooms in these ships. It's bizarre.
Gotcha.
I watched that thing that Daniel had shared with the guy doing the walkthrough, and it looks like an office building sometimes.
Crazy.
Is Hana gonna go ahead and disarm him?
Yep.
Okay, so while he's doing that, then Lynch is gonna ask him how many are you in Arabic?
That's a chick coming to disarm.
He feels bad?
But at the same time, this dude has a rifle pointed right at my face, and there are 3 of them, and
They look angry, or at least stern.
they look well equipped, is what I was
And
thinking,
that.
because it's, I'm presuming you guys are actually wearing your
full battle
armor
rattle
and stuff, and you got frickin' the doohickey over one eye, and might even have camoed up a little bit just because it's cool.
Yeah, with the stupid stripes and everything.
It gives you like coolness points, though. Does Bomb have intimidation?
No, I have interrogation, but not intimidation. That would be a good thing to
Well, this might be a good use of a group intimidation.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking this
Sort
is
of.
sort of an interrogation. Oh wait, what was that? That was which action was that? It's in one of the actions.
What? Oh.
where it's like,
well,
I'm
it's
making
not
it up.
really.
I'm right there.
It's not real. Well, maybe it is
Looking
interrogation.
at,
It's just not a lengthy, normal
respectable,
interrogation.
handle the session. Not each question is a quick contest. Penalized by BAD against will or for engineering. Let's see. Okay. Oh, that's no. Don't. I was like double checking something as well. I'm like, oh yeah, is this guy a fanatic? Cause
Mm-hmm.
he's not.
Interesting. Anyway, in this particular case, this is specifically a request for information.
Yeah, but it is sort of an interrogation. It's just you shove him back into the room and shut the door and break out the pliers and the blowtorch.
Yeah, but we're not gonna break out the pliers and blowtorch and show him back. This is ask a question, get on with it. Actually, I'm kind of wondering what we're gonna do here.
Right. So, what
Actually,
did you ask?
here's a question.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So we want to know where this guy's at, right?
This guy.
Or we want to know where they are, where we're interrogating this guy?
I just
Sort of.
asked the question, how many of them are there?
How many of them are you?
He
So
gave
kind
you
of.
the answer?
No, not yet. I was trying to determine whether that was going to actually require the interrogation skill check or not.
Well, she'll put a knife through his knee, or through his knee if he seems to hesitate.
Well,
That's my sister.
You don't have callus.
I don't now, but yeah, this guy's
I do.
Elon does. Elon will totally slit an artery.
That
I don't
would
need
be
a slit
really.
an artery. I don't need to
That
go
would
for
be
an
really
artery.
amusing. That would be really amusing if swapped out like her light sleeper with callus, and it's like, is the entire family like this? What is their family reunions like?
Well, I go with interrogation, intimidation. I don't care which one. They're probably going to have the same.
Yeah, go ahead.
Same
and give
mods.
Me intimidation there. Let's see. You have number. What is the number thing? It's like +2 or 3 or something like that. It's probably not going to matter.
We get bonus for outnumbering him. 3-1.
Wow, that was a crappy roll.
It could have been better.
And we're probably covered in blood.
I don't
We
know
got
if
lots of
covered
guns.
Yeah, you say you ask him how many of you are there, and he looks at the three of you and responds very calmly, more than 3.
And I stick the knife in his knee. I don't. Yeah, it's like if he's gonna be flippant, I'm gonna stick it.
All right, and he screams very loudly.
How many of you are there?
When let's see. Yeah, well, if you stab him in the knee, he's going to go to the ground. He screamed. You repeated the question. How's he going to respond to that?
Does he want to live?
He is going to exclaim, still in Arabic, 20! There are 20 of us! And at the same time, you can all hear other people moving around, responding, what was that scream?
Well, it answers that. Pop him.
And pew! Knife goes through his throat. It's like, and then
Man, you guys are some brutal dudes and dudettes.
We don't have time for any funny shenanigans around here.
we don't got.
Plus, I'm
shenanigans.
callous and intolerant of these specific people.
Yeah, he just doesn't bloody care.
Let's see. Well, I don't know if he's technically an extremist.
Well, he doesn't have to be an
Pirate?
Oh,
And he's not a Somali pirate.
Right.
He'd probably mistake him for a jihadi.
Yeah, that's valid. Yeah, that
The
is
AK-47s give it away.
Uh-oh.
Everybody has AK-47s.
Looking at you, Lynch. I think Lynch
right.
might be a jihadi as well. I mean, he's carrying an AK.
Durka.
I'm an American jihadi?
Shoot him!
What was that guy's name? Walker.
Oh.
Walker, is that you?
Yeah. Not that kind of American jihadi.
Oh, you mean Al-Qaeda?
y'all kinda.
You never heard that before?
No.
I have not.
Yeah. That's been coming up a lot lately among my group of friends because of the goings on of the last week or so.
Nice. All right. Yes, but in here you can definitely hear some people making noise as they are scrambling to see what the hell was that scream, because that was most definitely not a ow, I dropped this book on my toe, or I stubbed my toe, or something like that. That was, you stabbed me!
Well, if he wasn't lying about there being 20, then there are 16? No, 14 left.
Unless he couldn't add.
Or he was just wrong.
I never learned to count.
So, we'll inform Vega that there are 14 more, possibly 14 more tangos. And
some of
we'll
these
get
doors
to
are
clearing.
going to be opening at this point.
Oh, it's kicking off.
Now, theoretically, behind us should be clear.
That's valid, but still, some
So
of the
we
doors
just
are...
go forward.
Vega will reply, let me know if you need backup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably ought to come on down.
So, Bomb, you are... You can see at least three different doors are opening, and dudes are sort of emerging.
Welp.
Hit them fast and hard.
Yep, I'm gonna have to start picking them off. They're probably going to step out, look, and then either duck back in or unsling their weapon. I imagine. If I'm correct, and they are going to stay in the hall and unsling their weapon, I'm going to take aim. And if they just duck in and then look like they're going to duck back, then I'm going to shoot without taking aim, if that makes sense. This all based on the weight.
Yeah, I think so. You take the opportunity shot at a single hex. And
well, it's going to be whoever appears first,
and if
because it might not be the near door.
Right. Okay, so you're covered more than that. So you probably won't be able to aim, but you can still pop whichever one pops his head out first.
Yeah, seems reasonable.
Yeah, there is one that is going to be coming out, and he's like stepping out, seeing there's 3 people who are very well equipped, clearly accoutred in the raiments of war, as one might say, as I say, and there's one of his guys on the ground, and he is clearly reacting by trying to bring his rifle up to just start spraying at you guys.
Flak.
Okay.
So I suspect he's going to be, he's going to draw your fire first.
Yes. And is he still close?
Let's see. Yeah, I think those.
Yeah, probably everything's going to be close
everything
in here.
in here is probably going to be close because you guys have covered some of the distance, and it's a mess.
Okay. And do I suffer my bulk penalty? Can't remember.
No, you're not moving.
Not in this
Because I'm
case.
not moving.
No.
Okay, good. Because I'm just standing still.
And you can do all out determined.
If you don't want, if you dare trust that.
Yeah.
I don't.
What are the
I'm still
chances you're
doing
going to miss?
I'm still taking the -2 for friend or foe, though, because I don't want to gun down Loki since we're trying to get him alive.
Yeah, that's true.
And I still don't really understand if he's with them or he's their prisoner or what.
And I suspect Lynch is like, if I see him, I'm just going to shoot him.
Yeah.
So I got friend or foe, vitals, and laser, and that's it. Oh, I should have just done one. It's a waste of ammo.
You have a.
No,
you have the.
Makes perfect sense. You're like, God.
You have the cool under fire perk.
Let's see. No.
Okay.
I think he dodged them all. Yeah, that's like all of them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Huh. I'm gonna luck his dodge.
He's
gonna take the fail by 4.
Yeah, I'll take the fail by 4. I'll just do 1 damage roll. For the sake of expediency. Oof.
Right, so you just go, and those rounds catch him all over the place, and he goes down in a spray of blood.
Yeah, he's deleted.
Just for a cool factor, as he's going down, he's clearly going with the rifle. It's not gonna even remotely
just for
hit
effect.
you.
But it is
But
going to
it's
alert
definitely gonna
everybody.
wake up a lot of people.
Might catch the guy across the hall.
Vega will be moving to reinforce them.
Roger that.
Vega gets shot by a stray. Through the floor.
Multiple targets.
Yeah, there's at least 2 more that were responding to the you stab somebody in the knee.
Yep. Now, okay. So we're taking close quarters then. So all right. Shoo. I won't get bulk, but I won't get accuracy.
Now, you're not moving right now, so you will get accuracy. That's how the gunslinger thing works.
Well, I get half accuracy for
half
two-handed
accuracy
weapons.
for the rifle.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All accuracy for the pistol.
But since she knows
And
they're coming, so she
actually-
probably took an aim.
I think actually I
Because we were expecting
learned
them to
that
show
cool
up on
under
us, right?
fire is useless for her because she has Gunslinger.
Yep.
Oh, right.
I'm
That's
trying to
kinda
remember
about
what
the-
it was, because I did that on. I discovered that I had like 2 or 3 perks in the Shadowrun character, and I realized after the fact that I might as well get rid of these. I can't use them; they're useless because I don't need them.
It was either Gunfu or Tactical Shooting that actually expanded the Gunslinger to have other effects that negated the need for Cool Under Fire.
So,
Wow.
Well, I can
that guy's
attempt
in
to
a
dodge
canoe.
one of those. I can attempt to dodge, or I can't
Or
dodge
you
one of
can't
them.
dodge one.
Wow.
Oh, he walked right into
Wow.
it. That was a waste of 5 rounds. That was a waste of 4 rounds.
Well, I don't know. Was the other guy sort of in line?
Oh, that's it. Oh,
Hold on, I'm looking for something.
capped at 9, right?
Yeah.
But I don't get all the bonuses, though, do I?
Wow. Okay, there's another thing that I didn't realize. Gunslinger lets gunmen ignore both the basic move and attack penalty, -2 or bulk, and the extra -2 for stunts. Shooting while mounted, normally that is capped at your riding skill. Gunslinger apparently lets you ignore that.
Yeah, couldn't find where it said you can't get Gunslinger with a move and attack, but I'll go with it.
No,
It's not
you
a big
do.
deal.
It's just that there are 2 different effects. So
Gotcha.
if you're not moving, you get your AC. If you are moving, you don't take the bulk penalty.
Yeah, well, you can't it's on Gunfu 15. While you can't add your gun's AC bonus when you move and attack, you can ignore its bulk penalty, as well as any extra penalties the GM assesses for jumping or acrobatics on foot. This makes close quarter battles redundant for you.
Oh, that's what it was.
That's the one that's the
Oh,
skill
no.
that I had. You
No,
ignore
it
the
was-
-2 for pop-up attacks.
Yeah.
You enjoy the benefits of Cool Under Fire without needing the perk. You ignore the rules for bulk and close combat. You don't get your AC bonus, but you never suffer a bulk penalty, so close hip shooting is
That's
unnecessary. Yeah.
All right, I'll look it up.
Have the default penalties for fanning, fast firing, quick shot, thumbing, and two-handed thumbing. Have the sum of all fast draw ammo penalties and round in your favor.
Okay.
Yeah, I like. Holy crap, that's awesome.
Well, the spare bullets hit nobody.
Yeah.
That guy's head just
yeah.
disintegrated.
Did you actually roll your damage? Roll 1 damage
no, I didn't.
just to see. That was 5 hits. Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, darn.
Unless it's all ones, which would be hysterical, I must admit. That is not all ones. So that guy's head definitely splatters.
To see what 5 times, right? 5 bullets to the head. Come on, eyeballs.
Yeah. So we've all has everybody? I know me, Daniel, and Mark have seen the Wick 3. Have Brian and Carrie seen that?
Not yet.
I have not, but I'm not concerned about spoilers for it.
No, there's several instances where he's using a shotgun to hit these guys in the head, and their heads are just disintegrating. And that's totally what she just did.
That first one went right through his nose for the piercing skull hit. Then one went, probably clipped an ear right off, and then the other 2 went straight through his cheek and jaw.
His head goes kaput.
Splat! Can I get a free intimidation roll on all the guys behind him?
What? They can't see anything.
They just got
flying
the guy's blood.
Flying gray matter in front of them in the hall.
The hell?
There's people coming apart out there.
I ain't going up there. No way.
Closes door, goes back to bed.
I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna pretend like I'm sleeping, man. I'm sleeping.
What are you talking about? I'm gonna grab those the little wrist cuff things, and I'm gonna put them on my hands and pull it with my teeth and
Yep,
go.
I'm
Thank you for saving me. All right, so you're done.
I'm
You shoulda-
Okay, so the last of the dudes who was answering the stuff was coming out as two of his buddies just sort of came apart. He is ducking back into his room while simultaneously sort of sticking his AK around the corner and spraying wildly. I think that's like gonna cap my shot by at 9.
This is a true statement.
Your skill will be minus 10, capped at 9.
Minus 10. Okay, that makes it even worse. Awesome. While screaming, ah!
Well, he
Allahu
could have
Akbar.
hit somebody.
Wait, that's
Almost.
the wrong one. Why does he have that? Oh well. Yeah, why the hell does he have that weapon? He should have had the AK.
Eh.
Crap. Okay, I know what I did. I screwed that up.
What did you do?
When I had to redo my encounter thing, I clearly failed with the what the hell? Oh, I failed to give them the proper weapon. So that should be an AKM, not a SMG like that. Because I'm pretty certain the PP-19 is an SMG.
It is. Oh,
So yeah, and it's like, oh crap.
Right.
Yeah, and it definitely makes a lot of noise. There are bullet holes all over the place, but he doesn't come close to hitting any of you. Some of the rounds are going to shatter some of the overhead lights and stuff like that because it's cool.
Right. Flash out.
Engage safety squints.
Okay, so stun grenade, huh? You're going to have to remind me how that's going to work for him. Does it have a fuse on there?
It's like a 2-second fuse, I think. Something like that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. This is an action movie.
Yeah.
So you throw it. Let's see. You were where were you trying to throw it?
Just in front of the door, or in the door.
Gotcha.
Either way. Close enough.
Okay. Health minus. That's gonna be everybody.
Yeah, but we're prepared for it.
Does that actually matter?
It should. I think.
Okay, so let's
Won't
say...
protect your hearing protection.
Yeah, well, we should have hearing protection.
Well, in this case, I'm gonna say, how about you threw it and it's right there in that room that dude was in, so you're gonna be protected from it.
And there's that.
Health minus 5. Okay, does this guy have... Where's my damn stats? Okay. All right, so I failed that. So that means rolled well, but not well enough.
I was gonna say, holy crap.
So, what are the results for my poor fellow? And hey, Brian, where's my where's the effects thing?
It's over there.
Where the hell is the damn thing? I'm on the page. That's annoying. I have the wrong page reference on that.
Well, don't do that.
Let me see here then. Shit.
Crap,
we
that's
need
in
to
high tech,
move on.
isn't it?
Yeah, well,
I don't have high tech open.
damn it. Okay, blah 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 blah. Vision, hearing based affliction, protected hearing, protected vision. Oh, those give +5 to the health roll. Failure to resist means you're stunned. Roll against health -5 to recover each turn.
Right.
So he failed, so he is stunned.
Gotcha. Oh, right. That should do that. That's stun. Is it second plus is what I put there? For the effects? Why does it say
Well, that's probably static anyway.
Right, yeah, it's fine. He's stunned. Alright, so I guess that's you.
Pop.
Alright, targets.
You currently do not have any visual, but you can definitely hear some moving around in some of the further rooms. The radio is also going a little crazy as people are trying to check in all at once. Like, what the hell's going on? And then abruptly, the radio just starts squealing really, really loudly. I get more into that when it's Vega's turn.
Okay. I am going to take a wait in case one pops his head out with the friend or foe verification.
Okay. All right, Vega, you have also observed the same thing, where it's like, the radios just get suddenly squealing, and you're like, huh, this is kind of like jamming. And you have just exited the bridge, and you're heading towards the the stairs down, and you heard what was very obviously a helicopter do a hard flyby of the bridge.
Ew. That was a jammer. They're getting rated. Poop. This is
All right.
bad.
Note that the jamming is also affecting your communications with Mahoney. So, Mark, you can probably have Mahoney go away for now.
It's a electronics ops communication to try and get through jamming.
I thought it was ECM.
Do you have the equipment for that? Think you guys may be right, but
How close am I to the rest of the group?
We were only
Downstairs.
how many floors down? We're just down the first
next
floor.
Yeah, just the next floor down. Electronics warfare is jamming, electronic countermeasures, electronic. Oh, that cover. It looks like it's electronic warfare. Unless I'm reading that wrong. All signals, intelligence, and jamming equipment, including electronics countermeasures (ECM) and electronics countermeasures (ECCM). Although it might be comms as well. That's a really good question.
Did they actually do that in Action? They probably have it simplified if they did.
I do not know the answer to that question. I will look.
Or don't bother looking.
Yeah.
Vega's going to yell out, we just got buzzed by a helicopter and they are jamming all our frequencies.
I look at Lynch.
Say again.
Crap.
And in light of that, Vega is going to head back to the bridge to try and get some sort of eyes on the situation.
Noted. Which could be very interesting. All right, Hana. Sounds like you guys stirred up a hornet's nest.
She's going hunting.
You're just gonna start shooting all along the walls, like. That'd be really funny.
Well,
hey,
they still need to find the safe room, right?
Have to find the what?
Safe room, right? It sounds like our timeline has just gotten a whole lot shorter. So,
I think at this point we're just attempting to secure the ship.
Well, I would say if we find the safe room and we get what's his name, we can put a bullet in him, and then regardless of who it is, if it's the Americans counter piracy or some other organization's counter piracy helo, then at the very least we can go, well, we were helping and they shot him. He's dead. We were trying to help out. It's so sad.
We're very, very sad.
Would that be like a search roll or something? To hunt down the safe room?
Search or smuggling, maybe.
Search or smuggling?
I mean, that depends on whether or not it's actually hidden.
And search. So.
It can be hidden, but it's not necessarily so.
What if complementary skills? Roll smuggling, success gains a bonus to search.
But that's gonna take some time to search the ship.
It's also, we have no idea where it's actually at. I think the one in whatchamacallit, was it Captain Phillips, was actually closer to the engineering section, if I'm right.
I don't think they had an actual panic room there. I think that they were just hiding in engineering.
Well, I don't have anything like a ship architectural or anything like that to kind of if I were a safe room, where would I be kind of skill?
Yeah. If
If
anybody had experience with the ships, that might be the case. If we had actual seamanship, for example.
Yeah, it's too bad that the guy who would be really useful for taking a ship went and betrayed you guys. Damn former SEALs. Can't trust them.
Not now. That's why Lynch was Green Beret, right? I don't know. All right. So I guess we're clearing and searching.
Yeah. So we're just gonna keep going down floors until they stop shooting at us.
Sounds good. Or we get to 20, right? And then,
Or we get to 20. Well, when we get to 20, they'll stop shooting at us, I presume. At any rate, there's at least one guy who's stunned right in front of us.
He
That's
is
true.
ducked back in the
Oh.
room. Let's see.
And he sees double.
You would have seen his. You could see
okay.
his hand, because he stuck the rifle out, and went, brrr, sort of. Without, there's no way he would have probably hit with that. So I guess you can advance over there and shoot him if you want to.
Yeah, that's what she's gonna do. So let's see, 5 rounds, 5 rounds. So this would be. So she's only pulled the trigger on 2 baddies, so she's 10 rounds down. Do the crouch, that weird kneely crouch thing where she kind of, swings in low and like lights him up.
Shoot him in the crotch.
Yeah, shoot.
And he's like staggering back, blinking, trying to clear his eyes.
So she's gonna 5 round random shot because she's popping around a corner, just trying to light him up. So, but it's like a step. That's not considered a move and attack though, right?
Right.
She's got gunslinger, so she ignores the bulk penalty.
Well, step isn't a move and attack anyway.
It's probably going to be that would be a little more than a step. It would be a move and attack because he's not right there. He's a couple down from her.
All right. I'll take it. I'll accept it. And this is going to be random.
Holy God.
5 rounds.
Dang.
Well, one of them he definitely can't dodge. The others he's at -4. I believe that's it's just stunned, so that's -4. This poor fellow. He was just trying to be a nice guy and give you some bullets
wanted
of
to share his
greeting.
ammo.
Yeah, he's bullets of greeting.
First bullet goes to his chest.
We exchange
Next
words
bullet goes
and
into his
certain
leg.
bullets.
Another bullet goes into his the same leg. 2 into the thigh. That's 3.
I'm not even gonna keep him up there. He's got 2 to
2
the
in the chest. His leg
toast.
is destroyed. So that's 3 in the
I
leg.
guess that makes sense.
And 2 in the chest. It came up.
She's coming around low. Yeah.
She did a zipper drill, but she started too low.
Yep. Shin, 2 in the thigh, and 2 in the chest. So, whoop.
So noted.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take that for all of them.
Ow. Jesus. I think he disintegrated.
Blew muscle out the other side of it.
No, actually, his head and shoulders fall to the floor.
She's down to 16 rounds.
Okay.
AFK for a moment.
All right. So, this is going to be awesome. Is that the right one? That is the right one. Honestly, I don't need to roll this, but I want to roll it because it's cool. So, Vega, you start heading back up toward the stairs. Clearly planning on going back to the bridge, and you hear the distinct sound of what sounds like a chain gun, and the entire bridge just blows apart, and it throws you down the stairs.
All right, I'm not going that way.
Yeah, it's like, what the heck? And everybody else will also hear the explode. Not it's not quite an explosion, but it's holy crap! What the hell was that?
Hmm.
And
Vega will he'll let everyone know that, assuming he's still conscious and stuff.
yeah, in this case, it's just like it threw. It's that
Cinematic
nice,
blowback.
cinematic blowback. You got thrown down the stairs, and you're like you're in the same level that everybody else is now. But at the moment, you're sort of laying on your butt. Going, what the heck? And there's like some little debris falling down the stairs from what used to be in that bridge.
Vega then will turn to the others and say, I don't think we're driving this boat anymore.
Ugh.
Let's see. So what was Bomb's weight conditions? Just anybody who popped out?
Yeah, with friend or foe, so that I don't accidentally shoot Wookiee.
I got another one of these dudes who's like he's trying to be. He's not quite stealthy. The door sort of does open in, so he's like trying to lean out and shoot, so you can like see the upper part of his chest and his head and his arms and the rifle.
Was he opening the door slowly, like to try to be sneaky?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
Not so much sneaky in that he's trying to maximize his cover.
Gotcha.
Because holy crap, there's somebody down there who's causing people to disintegrate. So he's probably got like medium cover, maybe. So like there's only about a third of him exposed. I think that's -3.
All right. Now, if I'm taking a modifier for aiming at part of him that is exposed, do I still get the
Then
-3?
you ignore the -3.
Okay.
So it's like you
Then I'm
shoot him in
going
the
to
head, you just take the minus to the head. And since
I'm going to
that's
take a
exposed,
-5 for neck.
is that going to become his next thing? He's like, oh, I like shooting these people in the neck.
They don't talk.
That's a valid point.
Possible too.
All right, let's see. Can I dodge that? Apparently not.
Since
He
it's
was
only
clearly
2,
drawing it. Yeah, he was clearly drawing a bead on Hana and didn't see you, and you like, what the hell?
What happened there? Oh,
What's up with? Oh,
I've got a slash in there.
All
again.
right, you just made me awesome. He's super healed
From trying to do a slash mod
right
with the cursor from
hate
where I
that.
had dragged my damage. Yeah, it's irritating.
I don't think he's gonna be around for 17.
Huh.
Yeah, that's both to the neck. Yeah, he's toast.
All right. Down to about half a clip.
All right. So, you are also going to hear some additional gunfire. It actually sounds like it's in the level below you.
Somebody else is assaulting the ship, and we're going to run into them, I'm afraid.
Well, this sounds very much like their the AKs.
Oh, okay. I was thinking another team.
Well, that's still probably a good presumption since the bridge just got blown up by helicopter. Ah, right. Did you actually hear that, Mark?
I did now. So they did a
Yes.
strafe. I was wondering what the
So
strafing run was for.
yeah, so Vega was heading up the stairs, and then he heard and everybody else will have heard it as well. The distinct sound of a chain gun of some sort, and the bridge exploded, and he's now on the same level as you guys are, because he got like thrown down the stairs, like ah.
See, I know what that is. That's the Russian-made minigun.
And I guess since Lynch is half looking to the 6, he'll see Vega tumble down the stairs there.
I guess
nice of you to join us.
I guess it's to you that Vega said, "We're not going that way." At the far end of the corridor, a door will fling open, and not fling open. I think they open in, not out, because that wouldn't make any sense. And another one of these dudes sort of like pokes his head out briefly, and sadly that's almost all he can really do.
Well, I don't want to shoot past those guys. Well, the lead elevator should have that covered, I think.
Like I said there as well, Lynch, you can hear some gunfire from below. It does sound a little weird to you guys, though. Like it's, a little hollowed. Like maybe they're shooting out the windows.
Okay. Here's a thought. Since I don't want to shoot past my fellows here, I'm thinking of a perception-based expert skill military science. Figure out what's going on up there.
Damn, those things do a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Guess it's a good thing that Vega did start down the stairs before they did their strafing run.
I wonder would he actually be able to tell? Well, I mean, maybe. I'm just gonna roll it, and you can feel free to ignore it if you like.
All right. So what are you? The military science. How does that?
Wow. That okay.
Bullets are flying. One of your party or one of your team just came falling down the stairs. It's like you'll need a little more time to think that out. Why is that perception +0?
I made it perception based. My intention there was to.
Okay, I understand. Yeah, you'd have to spend a little bit more time thinking about it or get a better.
Apparently, I was distracted.
Yeah, well, there are bullets flying, and one of them may have. You probably heard that. Didn't come.
I'm gonna take quasi cover though. Sort of hug up against the wall, I guess.
Okay, so maybe the guys down below, on the level below you, were shooting up and trying to shoot through the floor as well. And that distracted you.
That would be distracting.
What do you think, Lynch? What's our play here?
Well, you had a guy open the door down the hall, so.
Oh, I thought I already shot him.
No, that's the last guy.
This is a new one.
Yeah, you did shoot the one of the guys.
It's like whack-a-mole.
Well,
is he doing the cover thing too, or is he just?
Well, this guy, you just saw him very briefly after you were engaging when you were shooting the guy in the neck. You saw another dude sort of like stick his head out and stick his head back in.
Like,
so
nope.
You don't know what he's doing. Yeah, he might be going nope.
I'll just put one round in the door that he poked his head out of, just to let him know I saw him.
Well, that would be kind of hard, I think, because the
Dink.
doors open in.
Or
Vega.
around the door. The walls in here are pretty damn thin, too, so you might be able to just shoot through it.
Ah, yeah, go for a -10 shot just to see if you can hit him. That would be hysterical. He rolls a 3.
Vega will pick himself up and sort of re-ready himself. Join the rest of the group.
Oh, that was close. Damn. Okay, let's see here.
He can't dodge it.
That's
He
friggin'
can't see
hilarious.
it.
What is? Okay, yeah, these walls are
He'll get the DR of the thin
crap
wall at
thin.
least.
Oh, right. Hold on just a sec.
Yeah, but that's like really crappy stuff. You pull a John Wick,
it'll be
man.
crappy. Let me think. That was cover and concealment. Let's see. Outdoors. Oh my god.
That's so awesome.
It's gonna be like that today. Okay, built
I'm
up
not
areas.
even gonna. Don't even look it up, Daniel. Just roll your damage, Carrie, because that's just too cool. So you're like you lean it, you lead it, you go.
I
And then
hurt
a
you.
second later,
Okay.
yeah, a second later, you see the guy just fall forward, boom, into the hallway.
Drywall is DR1, but this is not drywall. Plywood doors DR1. Light furniture is DR1. Seems like DR1 is probably going to be it here.
So 16 points, maybe. I could drop it down to maybe even if you drop it like to 12 or something, then that's still gonna be it's the vitals. Yep, he fell forward into the into the hallway.
Random hit location. Heart.
That was
Bad luck.
pretty damned awesome, man. That was awesome.
15 more minutes to get my luck back.
All right, what is Hana doing?
So are there any other targets?
Currently, there are no additional visuals or any in visual. There's
Alright,
still
we
a
need to
couple
move.
doors that are
Yep.
that are closed, but they haven't opened. And you can hear gunfire below, and well, something is going on out there.
Gunfire below.
Yep. Deeper in sounds like a better plan than going out. That's big something.
Yeah, we're
going
not
on
going
out
that
there.
way.
So she will, continue to move down the hall, clearing rooms as she goes.
Yeah, this is kind of, we've got to move together for that. So
it'll be, they as a cluster.
All right. So in that case, there are no additional dudes on this particular level. Obviously, there are some on the level below, and you are advancing to the stairs to go down.
Yes, sir.
yeah.
As a group, gotcha. So can Hana and Lynch actually try to form up? What was
Well,
that?
we could try it
Where
again.
was that? That was what was
Tactics
that?
minus 3 or soldier minus 5.
Was that your phone, Mark? Are we
Oh,
about to
yeah.
get more hideous storms?
Flash flooding. More flash flooding.
Yay!
Oh.
So she's
Near
sort
enough.
of lagging behind. But it's fine. All right, so you guys descend the stairs to the next level in a fairly cool tactical moment.
Okay.
Hana aside.
If are we hearing gunshots from the level below?
You
Like the
were.
level
They
below
were.
or
Yeah,
further
it was.
down?
You're not entirely sure because they sounded a little odd. That's why I
Okay.
made the presumption maybe they're firing from the rooms out the window, or
Okay.
something like that.
I think I'm gonna flashbang the hallway before we enter.
Okay. In this, okay, so that's was it just throwing to make sure you don't drop it at your feet?
Yeah. That'll work. I'm looking for my... Where the hell is it? Okay. Have to fix my ammo. Actually, I should put that on the ammo thing. So noted. I'll do that later. Anyway, throwing.
Oh, do we have? Did that? Oh, hold on.
Nice. Have you
We
not
had-
noticed the ammo mark?
I didn't.
Yeah, Brian added that. Yeah, and it will decrement as well.
Oh,
as,
an
as
auto.
you're based off of the rate of fire that you're using. I have noticed if you luck something, you're gonna have to increase your ammo again. So it's like hey, crap, I don't want that roll. I'm gonna luck it. I need to roll twice more. Well, it's gonna decrement the ammo twice more.
That's so cool.
Yeah, or if you do like I just did and just verbalized that I was going to put a round in the door just to keep his head down, and I manually removed one.
Yep.
And then I rolled and it removed another one, so I had to put it back.
Yeah, I had a 1 round in the chamber, so mine wasn't an even 30. So
Right.
that's cool.
Yep.
Cool.
It is pretty awesome. All right.
I can
they
use the
heard
currency
that.
as for currency.
All right.
Why
so
would you
your
want to use
flashbang
currency
goes-
for currency?
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? So your flashbang definitely goes off, and you guys proceed into the hallway. It is a little hazy with cordite smell and smoke and stuff like that. And you can hear some gunfire from one of the rooms further down. And a moment later, something definitely hits the side of the ship in that area, and that right in front of you, there's a fairly large. Basically, they shot at the helicopter, and the helicopter pilot shot back, and or the gunner shot back, and one of their weapons was larger than the other. So it's not quite as explosive as when the bridge was blown apart, but it's still pretty significant. The entire that's the right side. What is that's starboard?
Starboard.
Yes. Is that still starboard though? Yeah. So in this case, the starboard side, it's far enough down where it's nowhere, it's not going to affect you at all. But like 3 or 4 of the rooms just explode open, as the helicopter clearly said, "You are not shooting that crap at me," and returned fire. And you can see chunks of a guy that is now spread out in the area.
Chunky salsa.
Yeah, now I'm kind of thinking we need to find the panic room just to take cover.
Maybe.
To hide in it.
Just because we're panicking.
And let's see. Yeah. So, how do you proceed?
Keep clearing and going down.
Are you going to continue go through this hallway, or are you just continuing down the stairs?
Well, I think those rooms over there are clear.
Because after that hit, whatever it was, the gunfire in this level does pretty much abate.
Yeah, if it is getting quieter, Yeah, let's just go ahead and start working our way down, and we won't necessarily go room to room here because I think somebody's going to take care of that for us if there's anybody left. Let's just get to the engineering.
The engineering room is not going to be this this bright, because a lot of the lights are going to be turned off and stuff like that. And let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is only showing 4 levels. Apparently this particular ship has a 5th level that is slightly above here. Although it's pretty much the same sort of thing, where it's mostly open in the center with these little walkways that either go around the sides or have the ladders that go up along the wall. So I guess you're probably, let's say, you're like arriving in that area there-ish. Where is your next destination once you're down here? You do not see any movement. Although you will hear some additional gunfire above you. It's pretty sporadic. It'll be like like maybe somebody tries to ambush someone, and it's very promptly followed by a lot more gunfire.
I think what we're probably doing here is looking for doors, and especially
Corners?
heavy doors.
Okay.
That's assuming the panic room isn't hidden. It is going to at least be a reinforced door with a lock you can't just pick.
Okay. In that case, have everybody give me a vision-based perception check.
Smuggling could work there.
Smuggling could work. Maybe a perception-based smuggling check, if that
would be reasonable.
Sense.
Actually, would that be better for me? I forgot I actually had that. Be nice if I could roll. Average at least.
Oh, that figures. Does he have smoke? Yeah, so 13 or yes.
Wow.
That's appropriate. Yeah, so
does that mean every one of us has it? Oh, no, Elon didn't.
Yeah, everybody's gonna go, you don't have smuggling? Why don't you have smuggling? Mumble, mumble, mumble. I shoot people through walls. Shut up. Yeah, so a lot of you sort of glance around and you're like, okay, no, it won't be there, it won't be there. Hey, that, and Vega's the first person that sort of notices there's like, these big crates that just seem out of place. And as you advance closer to that, it does look like they have sort of been moved to conceal what is probably the entrance to the safe area or the safe room. And as you know, obviously my dudes did not have these, effective. Actually, do I even have the smuggle? I don't think I even have the smuggling skill. I don't have the smuggling skills.
Probably not.
And those particular crates are very visibly marked with a like a biohazard symbol or something like that.
Right.
So it's like, I don't want to go. Wait, that doesn't look right. And it's totally Vega who goes, "Hey, those don't go with those kind of crates." Not that I've smuggled anything like that before.
However, we're totally going to go over there and die of radiation and biohazard poisoning.
No, we'll just be sterilized.
Damn.
All right.
There's a.
Well, if we can identify the door to that thing, wherever that is, might just give it a knock. Let them know there's a bit of an emergency.
Yeah.
Should probably abandon ship.
Yeah, you get there. It's a fairly large door. I guess
In
you're
English.
knocking.
In English, the crew would most likely be speaking English. Well, I could be speaking German.
There is
Yeah,
no
probably
response.
not. How is the door secured? Is that something we'd have to cut through, or? Frankly, I have no idea.
Yeah, because you would want to be able to lock it from the inside. However, it does occur to all of you that someone clearly moved this crate to conceal that.
Right.
I'm gonna say it's gonna have those nifty spinny door, the spinny wheel. I don't know what those are called. The like submarine hatch thing. So like you can lock it from the inside, if necessary.
Okay. Which would mean we'd have to cut through, probably.
If it's locked.
Well,
or breaching charges if we have them.
We could try it. It might not be locked, I guess. Jiggle the handle.
Right, so the big round ones, not the.
Yeah, I know.
Not a door.
Figuratively.
It does not seem to be locked, actually.
Huh. Somebody cover me?
Covered.
I start shooting. Oh, you mean okay? Yeah, I watch out.
All right, we'll open it up. Anybody home?
You spin it, you pull it open, and there are a lot of bodies in here that look like they have been machine gunned.
I'm gonna say that's a yes and no.
What is probably slightly more important that you note is there seems to be a rather sizable explosive thing that's like set in there, and it seems to be counting down.
That's not cool.
That's a problem.
How much time?
We sure could use an EOD specialist right about now.
Maori?
Watertight dogs? Well, that's a new one to me. Weren't you like in the water stuff, Brian? Like the not the Navy, but the Coast Guard or something?
As in me personally?
Yes.
Yes.
What are those kind of doors called? I mean, not the hatches, but the kind of
Yeah,
the
it's a
wheels.
watertight
What are
hatch.
those called?
I don't know what the wheel is called.
Woo!
Well,
That
I
was
know-
some nice lightning.
I know locking those doors down is called dogging it shut, but I suppose calling it a dog is probably not wrong.
Yeah, that same page says the same thing you just did. That
Yeah.
closing one is called dogging it down.
All right. Yes. So, in response to Brian's question about how much time you have, not much. I'm not going to go into any more detail than that because this is quasi-cinematic. It's like, oh, that would be
Okay.
bad.
Is it cinematic enough to have a timer on it? Do we actually see that we don't have time?
There's totally a timer on it.
Okay, guys.
Might need to.
Mission abort.
Yep. I'm out.
Everybody out.
Hey, on the bright side, there's a really big hole in the side of one of the levels that you can just go out.
That's true.
None of the bodies here match Loki, right?
I was gonna say I'm gonna at least do a sweep over him with the flashlight and make sure
No,
none of them
they
are
all
him.
they all look like they are probably the actual crew.
All right.
Boy, this sucks.
Let's
Exit
see.
stage
Hana,
left.
before you do that, give me a. Let's see. I wonder what that would be. Crap. I don't know what this skill would be. Hana, just give me a perception check, and I'm asking her, and not everybody else, because she has the gunslinger advantage, and she's a trained medic type. The thing that with a preliminary sweep that she notes is these guys were not killed with the AKMs. They a completely different round was used on these guys. Like
Small
I think
caliber.
the AKMs are 7.62s.
Yeah.
These guys were clearly shot with 5.56 or that other one. I don't remember what the other one was. 5.7 millimeter, something like that. It's definitely smaller than the 7.62.
But it's
Still takes note.
still
and then,
rifle.
Move along. Gotta.
What was that, Daniel?
Still rifle caliber as opposed
Yeah,
to
it's still
pistol.
rifle caliber. It just was clearly not the AKs, so it's highly unlikely that it was these guys, the poor piratey guys, piratical dudes. So, how are you planning on exfil? I mean, what's your exit plan there?
Okay. Generally, the panic room is gonna have some way to escape in case of this sort of thing. So there might be a way out through there. If that's not the case.
Okay, so give me a universe reaction roll.
Somebody want to do the honors?
No, I asked you. You came up with that. You know more about voting things than I do.
Yeah. This wasn't that kind of panic room.
You can always luck it. You've got luck, don't you?
Well, that is true, and I haven't used it. Yes, I do actually have it. I will look that. It seems legit. Well,
neutral. Let's see. How would that work? Like maybe there is a way, but it's like a single file where you have to crawl out or something.
Honestly, I have no idea. I just know that they actually have it.
No idea. So
it's like maybe a ladder or something like that going up to the deck. I don't know. It seems like that wouldn't be terribly secure, though.
Yeah, but so let's say no, not on this one.
Upstairs,
like maybe this was hurriedly put together panic room.
Yeah,
Looks
it
like
could have
this
been
is
just
more.
retrofitted.
This is more like an additional cargo area that they retrofitted.
Back upstairs.
Okay, so yeah, you get back up you're running back up the stairs. Is anybody else got additional? Hey, we need to not do this. We need to do that.
We still got
Nope.
no comms.
There are no comms. No.
Bleh.
She will quasi ex-girlfriend angrily call for Mahoney, and in a very
Answer the damn phone.
answer the dang
Pick
phone.
up. Pick up. You still do hear. It's quite a bit lessened at this point. Some very sporadic gunfire, but at this point, it now seems more like almost single shots. Like whoever is doing the shooting is making sure this guy over here is not getting back up, and that guy over there is not going to get back up. So yes, so you go back up the stairs to the. I'm not entirely sure how this works in these the ships. Was this just the ladder go up and you can exit out the side that way?
What do you mean?
Going up the stair. Oh, right.
Okay.
So I can just go.
I got
Yeah,
it.
like you go up the stairs, like maybe up there's a ladder or something, maybe that goes up to the 5th level. I guess that's like the bottom of the tower, maybe.
Well, yeah, there should be access to the bottom of the tower from here. I'm presuming there's just another staircase.
And then I guess then what? You just finding the nearest.
Okay, if we're at the bottom of the tower, there are going to be doors out to the decks, so we can potentially very carefully go back up to the port or back up to the bow.
You're not going to have time to get to the bow.
We don't have time for that.
Nope.
Well, we could go for the
yeah.
We could go for the rescue ship or the pod. My brain's not making the words.
Here we go. Okay, so no, I just noticed the time. So you get to the bottom of the tower. You get over to this little hatch that's leading out. Everybody's sort of stealthing out. You can see moving around on the deck a bunch of dudes who are very clearly as well armed and equipped as you are. Who are like checking around and everything. There is it looks like a Russian-made gunship. Does seem to be orbiting the area. Unfortunately, it's taking enough time when you get there that you realize you are out of time, and you're going to have to go over the side, or because the thing's about to go kaboom.
Over the edge.
Yell in Russian at bomb.
I don't speak Russian, but my name is the same in all languages.
Right.
So
it took a second for me to get what you were saying. Well, what you meant there. I'm like, oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting for somebody
he
to.
exclaims, "Bomb!" And the two bombs look at him like, "What?"
Waiting for somebody to disarm the bombs.
The BIM.
So
you say
there
BIM?
is there as the PCs all go diving over the side of the thing, there is a rather spectacular explosion. That is the force of which is going to push you farther away.
That's a long way down to
So,
the water.
Yeah, I know, but
Just saying that for everybody else's benefit. It's a long way down.
debris is going to go flying, everything. There's going to be a nice chunk of it that smacks pretty hard into that helicopter, which causes it to start wobbling, and it's clearly, starting to trail smoke, so it has to pull away. And it will not take very long for that ship to go down. So whoever put that thing there, this probably was their plan. And we're going to end it there with you guys in the middle of the ocean.
Bobbing like
Sploosh.
corks.
Yes.
Blah!
And it'd probably be one of those where it's like the explosion happens and you get hit and the camera sort of like dives into the water and then it like smashes out, with the credits.
Anyone can't swim?
I actually don't have swimming, but my dex is high enough that it doesn't matter.
There's swimming and there's swimming well. It's health-based.
Yeah, well, you've also got 16 unspent points, so you could always go, yeah, I know how to swim.
Bomb turns into a fish.
Holy cow.
That guy does everything.
Yeah, I'm thinking as a matter of preparedness, we probably do have the SEAL inflatable vest.
Maybe. Doesn't matter. We're ending right there. We'll pick it up next week with, either you guys drowning or not. It'll depend.
Well, for two reasons. One being because it's easier to remember now than try to remember next week what I meant to buy the week before. And the other reason being I may not be here next week because of school.
Oh, yeah.
I want to go ahead and
In which case, where everybody's like, no, where's Ilan? Ah!
Uh-huh.
I want to go ahead and spend a point on intimidation, which I'm really missing, and swimming.
That seems like a good idea. Yeah, so everybody will have the 2 points for the session.
Yay.
Yay. It was a little less structured than I would like, but,
I liked it that way, honestly.
It worked.
I'd like to have been able to get Vega more involved, but, hey, he got to dodge certain death from
Vega's had
gunship.
his time in the limelight a lot, so it's fine.
It's all good. Yeah. All right. Yeah, well, I guess that's probably a good place for a potential bomb to disappear briefly, where it's like, oh no, what happened?
Yeah, he's gonna pull a Game of Thrones and just wash up on shore somewhere.
I was actually contemplating starting the next session with everybody sort of arriving on shore thoroughly exhausted, and it's just like a couple days later, like, this sucks or something. I haven't quite fully determined.
Yeah, Dave.
We should likely be very much without gear.
Well,
Yeah,
you
you
have
have
to
to strip
have
off stuff
on
to not
you.
sink.
Yeah.
Because you double your encumbrance penalty
you
for
double
swimming.
encumbrance level with swimming.
Which also means when actually swimming, you will double the fatigue that you take from being exhausted.
Well, if we have the rescue vest, that's gonna help.
Yep. All right. Well,
Stream out.
hope everybody had some fun.
Fun was hard.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right,
Next
so
week we'll
we
see how things play out.
ending the stream here.
Yes, sir. Thanks for attending their stream.
Thanks, stream.
Thank you, stream.